what do I see? A bunch of lion antlers bathing so literally. I gotta find a spot, but the good ones are taken. Gotta find some shade before I'm baking, baked all over the place and taking all the good spots. The food trucks are backed up 7 fucking blocks. I gotta do something, so I call the crew. Hyenas coming in to see what we can do. Stop taking up the beach. Stop spreading out your reach. Make room on the sand and surf, and get yourself out of my turf. When the Yeen crew comes on in, our target's the pride of lions. They all gotta move, not gonna be our groove. When the Yeen crew shows their moves, Big Boney Tony is up first, starting with his heavy thirst. After getting around to the meal truck stand, so much for snow cones, cause they all bland. Next up, Bruce Benz, the Yeen with the trends. The lions lose their friends when Bruce makes the men. Selling counterfeit goods that are all the rage. None of the lion parents can control the young age. Sporty Sammy Summers is up to bat, but with the surfboard, the boys are out of whack. Several wives smack their husbands staring at her, while the surfers get distracted and topple over. Finally me, Steve Dave, making his move to bring all the other species who are out of the ring. As spaces open up, more anthems pile in, and I get the soundstage set up to begin. Stop taking up the beach. Stop spreading out your reach. Make room on the sand and surf, and get yourself out of my turf. When the Yeen crew comes on in, our target's the pride of lions. They all gonna move, not gonna beat our groove. When the Yeen crew shows their moves, time for the beach party. But the lions heard what the Yeen crew did from a bird. Some lions got back on our turf, saying the beach is for everyone to surf. They weren't wrong, but they were too damn many. You gotta spread out more, there's room aplenty. So they joined the party, ordered some more food trucks. Everyone partied, even the stuck-up bucks. Ain't no lions stopping a party. Hey, yo, Bruce, pass me a slice, my lad. So good to see you, girl. What's gonna try in this set? But why'd you blame me, girl? Now you're back here betting with your hand. Girl, you only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Girl, you only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Yeah. Girl, you only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Girl, you only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Yeah. I remember back before we met, you were saying, I don't date artists, I don't date singers, I especially don't date producers. And now look at you, didgeridoo, 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 didgeridoo. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Yeah. I remember back before we met, you were saying, I don't date artists, I don't date singers, I especially don't date producers. And now look at you, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Oh, oh, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Yeah. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Yeah. Ain't no telling how long you've been trying to find me. Sorry, itsy bitsy, but that's just the way the world works. One sec you're on top, the next you're in tech service. Oh, 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 oh. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. You only want me for my didgeridoo, didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Yeah.
You're alright, Gaito, we'll be okay. There's my buddy Jimmy the Tortoise with My Didgeridoo. One of my favorite songs he's generated on this thing. Let's start this show, fellas. Get the theme song started.
shut your pie holes and get your ear biscuits buttered. It's time for the Silenced Banter. Welcome to the show. Sit down and make a friend. So many things to learn and know. Will the stupid ever end? Steve Dave's your host tonight. Gonna banter about wrong and right. If you wanna co-host, come on in. The show's about to begin. This banter gets silenced, 'cause idiots get violent. Don't worry about the wine, 'cause the hyena's gonna shine. The king is the lion, and the lioness his queen. But there's no taking the last laugh from this grinning Banter-Yee. Perhaps the judge will bring his gavel down, sentencing the stupid to frown. One thing's always in the plan. What's going on with Florida Man? The lights are on, the sounds up high. The show's starting soon, so let's introduce that hyena guy. It's Steve Dave with the Silenced Banter now. The show's starting right now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yo! Oh man, episode 8 of the why robot get the thing off the screen? Jeez, I gotta do everything around here. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me just get on that side of the screen. Alright. Hey everybody, what's going on, everybody? It's the Silenced Banter. Episode 8, baby! Woo! And with me today in the live studio audience space is, we got Chaka Cat, we got Yen being a listener, and we have someone that I invited personally, a guest to the show, improved furry, God, that's too long of a name for me to remember, Initiative! Improved Furry Initiative, thanks for coming on in, buddy!
You can just say IFI for sure.
IFI, iffy, gotcha.
Iffy.
Iffy. Because what you said was quite iffy to some people.
You're right on that.
That's right, that's right. Oh man, if you guys are new to the Silenced Banter, the best furry talk show in the world, I will accept no other reputation.
Exactly.
The best furry talk show in the world. If you are brand new to the Silenced Banter, usually we have a clip for every single thing on this list I'm about to recite. We have some racist things, we have some sexist things, we have some some things that liberals will hate, some political things, all in all, some things to remind you what a furry is. But this week, I found one video clip that pretty much tells it all. Like, check this out. It's only 30 seconds, but this guy nails it.
I have gender skin color dysphoria.
He has gender discolor dysphoria. All right.
Yep.
I am a white lesbian trapped in a
White
black
lesbian
man's body.
trapped in
I'm
a black
6 months
man's body.
pregnant, and I
6 months
love my
pregnant.
husband, but
And he's divorcing his husband. What did she say there?
my husband, but the
What did he say?
LGBT. I'm 6 months pregnant, and I love my husband,
6 months pregnant and he loves his husband.
but the LGBTQ community won't accept me,
But the LGBTQ community won't accept him.
and they tell me you could be what you want to be. And also, since I'm a white lesbian, I'm also a white supremacist, and I hate black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man just put my entire intro to the show in just 30 seconds right there. That's some mad skills right there. Hey, K-Show, welcome into the chat. Guys, if you know of anybody else that would love this sort of content, be sure to tell them to head over to twitch.tv/YouTellHimSteveDave for some epicness in the ways of the best furry show on Twitch. And if you want to be part of the live studio audience, well, maybe I should put this space here in the chat so that you can join, unless you're like my typical co-host who said something that X didn't like, apparently. There we go. There's the space. Pin this message. If you are on the X platform, bang, that's how you get into the live studio audience. How is everybody today? Excellent. Hang on, I got a request for speaker. Oh, Choco Cat dropped down for speaker. How you doing, Iffy? What's going on, dude? Hello? Oh my god, are we having
Oh
technical
yeah,
issues?
I'm doing quite great. I just got the Twitch thing on my phone.
Oh, goody.
'Cause, yeah.
Goody gumdrops. You will want that so that you don't miss out on some of the good
Absolutely.
stuff. Some of the good stuff. We will have an ad break just before the big part. By the way, my guy Iffy there made a list that pissed off several of those groups that black guy was talking about. I don't care if I misgendered him. I don't care. I don't care if I misraced him. I don't care if I misgendered him. He's a black man to me. Even though he's a white lesbian who hates black people because of his white supremacy.
I swear to God, the clowns really do put on their own makeup, don't they?
They do, and that's one reason why this is the Silenced Banter. Because we talk
Exactly.
about things they do not want us to talk about. So guys, allow me to spread my word butter all over your ear biscuits, and let's dive right in. We love starting, we love starting with my personal favorite news source, the Babylon Bee, who is an amazing mock news site. I love them. And I have bees.
Me too.
We start off every show with Bees of the Week, baby. The first Bee of the Week, I have to readjust the screen. Why is the screen being cut off on the left? Why is the screen doing this? Also, Robot, you should be playing jazz in the background. Why aren't you doing that? Everything is breaking. Here we go. Get that jazz playing. Get the piano. There we go. I like me some nice ragtime piano, some jazz. Gaito says, I self-identify as a non-binary, two-spirited lesbian dragonkin. And you know what, buddy? You're valid! Good job! Anyway, anyway, Bees of the Week. I gotta adjust that screen. That's gonna bug the hell out of me. Alright, this might adjust it the way that I don't want it to, but I will fix it during the first ad break. Yeah, I'll have to fix it during the first ad break, unless I can make this work. There we go. Alright, cool. So you'll see the, you guys will see the URL, but that's okay. As long as you don't see the tabs, because we've got a lot of tabs to go through. Alright, Bees of the Week. Babylon Bee has been busy. So the first Bee of the Week we have here is Shooter Walks Free as police tackle and arrest an AR-15. They got the gun. Remember the guns? The guns are what causes the killings. Remember that.
Yeah.
They got that gun.
Bro, I literally just hate it when a gun walks up to me in the forest and shoots me.
Oh,
God, that is so annoying.
Crazy. It's crazy when
I know, I hate that shit.
It's like nobody was pulling its trigger. It pulled its own trigger somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane to me. But a little known fact, I have KDS. I'm willing to accept this as a mental deficiency, and therefore you should respect me for it. Kamala derangement syndrome. It's real. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting cured because Kamala Harris last seen fleeing dozens of international assassins after Trump cancels her Secret Service protection. It's great. Thank you, Babylon Bee. Laughter is the best medicine.
Right, it really is.
Yep. Speaking of medicine, drug company unveils new drug to fix side effect from other drug that fixed side effect from other drug.
Oh, that's every day in the pharmaceutical industry.
Isn't it? But they did it this time. There's not going to be another side effect, I promise.
Yeah. Pinky promise.
Guy 2 in the chat, that's just fentanyl. Oh, man. What else we got? We also have Russia, Ukraine reach new type of truce where they keep bombing each other. Yeah, Trump, it's about time we got that peace deal done. I know you've been making strides in that, and it's really difficult. But if there's one thing You bum me, I bum you, and we both get vodka. But yeah, so if there's one thing I'm really hoping Trump can pull off, it is the ceasefire. The permanent ceasefire. Like, end the damn war. At this point, they should have a tennis match with a grenade. Yeah, they should. Yes, they should, guys. All right. So, the last B of the week we have here is Trump orders visa. I imagine it's immigration visa. Visa review of anyone with one of those squiggly line N's in their name. The Enya? It's pretty good. Babylon B's been busy this week. They've done a good job. They've done a really good job. And that was our B's of the week, but we also have a Babylon Bee listicle. And here's what we've been doing, Iffy, for these ones. We've been trying to guess what is on the listicle. We're 2 and 6. Alright, out of 6 of them, 4 of them, they got away with it. 2 of them, we were able to list something on their list. And the listicle the Babylon Bee has this time is 10 surefire ways to get out of debt fast. Any guesses? 10 surefire ways to get out of debt fast. Gaito says deal drugs.
Ask the government to forgive it.
Beg the government to forgive it?
Student loan debt.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Just send pipe bombs to the IRS until they
Send
stop
pipe
caring.
bombs to the IRS. Threaten the IRS, okay. I'm gonna say die. Because they can't bill a dead person.
Well, it's like, just don't pay it and then just die. It's like, just keep taking out, like, loans, and it's like, who cares if you have a shitty credit score? You can still pay for your shit with the loans either way.
Yeah, Gaito's also saying you get billed in the afterlife as well. Yeah, Satan's gotta have his too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the IRS set up their business in, like, the afterlife a long time ago.
Yep. All right, guys, that's our guesses. So this is 10 surefire ways to get out of debt fast. If you have a crushing burden of debt weighing down your life, you need to get out fast. But how? The Babylon Bee is here to help out with the following list of surefire ways to get you out of debt ASAP. Number 1, take a job driving for Uber as a front for your real business, harvesting the organs of your passengers for sale on the black market. Very simple plan. Very simple plan. Harvest the organs of your Uber customers. They'll never see it coming.
Exactly.
Yep. Number 2. Start your own Ponzi scheme. You'll be rolling in Benjamins in no time with only a slight chance of being indicted and sentenced to decades in federal prison. Only a slight chance, but we go through Florida Man on this show. He has not yet gotten away with it. Actually, he has, but then he got caught. Number 3, remind all your creditors that money isn't real, man. It's just a made-up societal construct. Money isn't real, dude. It's a construct made up by man and society.
For real, man.
Oh, man. Number 4, search your closet and find that first edition Beanie Baby you've been saving for years. Time to cash in. Sorry, puppy, but you're worth like $10,000 now. I need to get out of debt. Number 5, park a taco truck at the end of J.B. Pritzker's driveway. You'll get him when he leaves and when he comes back home. So far, nothing about drugs. Although the Ponzi scheme, maybe. Nothing about death. Number 6, start dating Bill Belichick. He may be old, but that dude is loaded. Yeah, and you know what? If you get left with everything, just saying, that might work. Cash in those Labubu's. Ah! That's a word in the dictionary now. We covered that on the last show. Number 7. Skim all fractions of pennies out of millions of different transactions and then try to kill Superman. Procure some kryptonite and you'll be all set. Yeah, Lex Luthor ought to pay you handsomely for killing Superman. I hear that Lex Luthor runs Facebook. No? Nobody got that joke? Okay, moving on. Number 8. Pay attention to what Nancy Pelosi invests in and then emulate her. Nobody knows how to rake in money like members of the U.S. Congress. Yeah! It's odd that Pelosi knows exactly when things are about to hit.
Well, I mean, I think we call that, I forgot what the, we call that insider trading.
Boom! Insider trading. Exactly. And, okay, yeah, after this I have the new thing. Alright, next one. Number 9, we got 2 more. I haven't heard any of that. Sink so deep into debt that you collapse multiple banks by not paying it back and then get the government to bail you out! Yes! We got a government bailout! Yes, it's on the list! Good work. And number 10, yes! Die! We got number 9 and 10 on the list. We made it. We did it, guys. We did it. Oh, man. And that was 10 surefire ways to get out of debt fast. Now, guys, we used to have a segment on this show. It was called Steve Day versus the ACLU. By the way, if this was before your time. And the thing about Steve Day versus the ACLU, I would go over laws that they claim to be anti-LGBT laws. And I would read them. I would go through them. And there wouldn't be.
Yeah.
There's like 19 laws that I went through. And like...
Well, I bet it was something like, walking around nude in the middle of the street in a parade is public indecency, and then
there is the public indecency. There was one or two of those. There were several bathroom ones. There was a couple of Christian bakery ones. Oh, but guys, oh shit, I have 2 things selected. That's not good. Okay. Oh god, I have everything selected. Oh no. Okay, stand by while I fix this. Holy shit. Okay. I want it to come up a little bit. There we go. Alright, and then window capture. Get the window back into place. There. There, I think. I think that's good. Okay. But guys, we had a segment on this show called Steve Day versus the ACLU. And I know I said that I would be replacing that with something. I haven't thought of something yet. I might, probably next season. You know, I'll have that week to kind of think it over. But for this one, I wanted to have a little segment that we could put. There shouldn't be a protected class in society. Yes, Chaco, you are 100% right. But guys, I thought of this literally as the show was starting. For the thing. Because we're accepting now, according to Cambridge University's dictionary, words like skibbity and labubu. You know, those fucking words are a thing now. I don't like it either. I'm going to try to get some actual vocabulary in. So, every Silence Banter, we will now have a word of the day, where we Google a word that pertains to something in the show, and we're gonna learn something, okay? So today's word is called notoriety. It is a noun, and it is the state of being famous or well known for some bad quality or deed, like skibbity toilet.
You know, the thing about Skibbity Toilet is, like, the guy who made it, the Fuck Boom, like, I used to watch his old animations as a kid all the time, and they had me laughing my ass off.
Wow.
Like, I watched him unironically before Skibbity.
God. I didn't know he was that well respected as an animator.
Yeah, he used to be.
Nice. Okay. I'll have to look at some of the older stuff, but he made it with Skibbity.
I think a lot of kids back then were into that Gmod stuff.
Oh yeah, I was the
Yeah.
Gmod Idiot Box.
YouTube.
The Gmod Idiot
Yeah.
Box was the shit. Alright, but yeah, notoriety is your word of the day. Alright, it is the state of being famous or well known for some bad quality or deed. Remember that word, kids. And don't use Skibbity unironically. Alright, moving on. With the first Drippy Bits article, Donald Trump defends Chinese student numbers amid MAGA uproar. Now, we are unbiased on this show, and a lot of the people that criticize me say I have nothing bad to say about Donald Trump. Well, now you leftist bastards can say you didn't vote for that, did you, MAGA? Donald Trump has defended his proposal to allow 600,000 Chinese students into the United States after several MAGA figures spoke out against it. Look, we can... Go on.
I just hope some of those students are Chinese furries, because maybe they'll actually be a part of this fandom and make it better, because Chinese furries are doing it right.
Chinese furries are doing well. They are doing
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
I think that's like a lot of Asian furries in general. Like you see the same thing in South Korea and Japan. Like they're all
Exactly.
they're not touched by the over sexualization of the furry fandom.
Yep, and then they come to
And they're not
America.
touched by identity politics.
Yeah.
They're in their own space and protected.
Makes me want to learn Japanese.
Exactly.
A good YouTuber I follow for their content is Labyrinth, and they're the series called Mau Maka Apa. It's Indonesian. It's not touched at all by identity politics or whatnot. It's actually a great animation. I highly suggest it. It's
Definitely
Labyrinth
DM
on
me.
YouTube.
DM me and send me the link to his channel, please.
Definitely.
Sure. I'll link it.
Hey, you know what? Follow each other while you're at it.
Like, I'm not even kidding. East Asian furries are like half of the reason why I made IFI in the first place.
Yeah, because they're doing it right. Well, when it comes down to
Exactly.
this, when it comes down to Trump letting in these Chinese students, I don't look. We have to be fair, okay? We have to be fair because a lot of the right has pushed that we need legal immigration, and now they're up in arms just because Chinese students want to come to America. Hey, guys, whatever happened to the legal immigration you guys were pushing? Now they're not allowed in just because they're Chinese? That's racist. So we have to be fair about this.
Exactly.
We have to be absolutely fair about this, and Gaito just said, should I start posing as a Chinese student so that I can be an American? I mean, if the government's fucking paying for it, that would be the easiest way to get in here, but you'll probably just be on an immigration visa, and because of how hard Trump has been on the immigration, I imagine it's not going to be easy to get 600,000 in the first place. But the big thing is they have to come in legally. I have no problem with Chinese students coming in and learning about America while they are learning whatever they're doing. But they have to come in legally, and they have to be fucking searched so that we don't have certain things happening. Like Chinese nationals charged with conspiracy and smuggling a dangerous biological pathogen into the US for their work at a University of Michigan laboratory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a drink of my water on that one. You're talking 600,000 people. What are the odds 1 in 600,000 is gonna do this? Oh my god. Gaito, no, do not even. He put COVID 25. No, no, we don't want that again. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so like I'm I'm on the fence about it. As long as they're coming in legally and their whole point is to learn, fine. But if they're doing anything like these bastards did in a Michigan laboratory, I say leave them in China and send them back to Xi Jinping and the Beijing bling.
Exactly.
Alright? We don't want them if they're gonna do this shit. But if they're just gonna come in and learn, I kind of see what Trump is saying on that one. Keep in mind, Trump was a leftist before he ran as a fucking Democrat or a Republican. He was on the left.
Yeah.
Gotta remember that. He was one of you, and now he's the most hated one of you. You fucking leftists. Anyway, by the way.
Pretty much happened with Joe Rogan, I believe. Joe Rogan was pro Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, he was. He was pro Bernie Sanders. I was pro Bernie Sanders. But
Yeah,
then,
me too.
yeah, because Bernie seemed the most level-headed of the ones in that election. Seemed. Not so much no more. I guess that's age doing that. But we also have Cracker Barrel returns to old logo after primarily right-wing backlash. We did it. We did it.
Let's fucking go.
We got the old timer back. Here's the thing I have to say about that. We might have gotten the guy back, but the menu has still changed. And not in a good way. And they're not returning the restaurant to what it is either. So, it's great. This is a victory. We gotta keep pushing.
I remember they're only like doing it to 30 stores. So like only 30 restaurants are gonna be remodeled, but their remainders are gonna stay. Or that's what I heard.
I hope the one in my neighborhood stays. I'll get Gaito down here. We'll go to Cracker Barrel. Have a good old time.
You know the company who really needs to change their logo back?
Who?
Mozilla Firefox.
You know who else needs to change their logo back?
Who?
Uncle Ben's, Aunt Jemima, Land O'Lakes.
All of them.
All of them that in the name of
It's the last
diversity,
one standing.
equity, and inclusion, they actually pulled a move that made them more racist. We need to keep winning. We need to keep winning, everybody.
Damn right.
All right, the next one. I didn't even read anything on this article. I think we pretty much got it. Uncle Herschel's returning to the Cracker Barrel chair. You know what's funny about this though? Even the old CEO of Cracker Barrel said something that I looked up. You remember the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell? Unknown Cola kicked the Indian and stole the land. Yep. Stole the land of all the lakes. But you remember when the Mexican pizza was in Taco Bell? The CEO that's in Cracker Barrel right now, she's the reason why Taco Bell got rid of the Mexican pizza.
Damn.
When I saw that it was her, I was like, no fucking wonder. Also, Unknown Cola in the chat, thank you so much for the first time chat. By the way, we do a thing here on Streamlabs. If you first time chat, guess what? You get a free Streamlabs donation, courtesy of streamlabs.com/you tell 'em Steve Dave. So give me a number between 1 and 10, Unknown Cola. Give me a number between 1 and 10. You get a free Streamlabs donation just for being a first time chatter.
Hi.
Ah. All right. Oh, is that you, Iffy? You're Unknown Cola?
You what?
Is that you? You're Unknown Cola?
Sorry, say again?
Okay, Unknown Cola said 4. For the first time chat. I thought you were Unknown Cola.
Oh, sorry. No.
Okay, Unknown
I thought you were
Cola
talking to everyone
said
to choose the
4
number.
in the chat. Because, yeah, if you come into the Twitch chat and you're a first-time chatter, I will play a free Streamlabs alert for first-time chatters. So you said 4, and your Streamlabs donation is called In the Dick.
Moral of the story, I'm probably gonna shoot you in the dick.
Moral of the story, he's probably just gonna shoot you in the dick. That's all it is. I want to play that one more time. I do want to play that one more time. Only like zoom in on the screen even though y'all can see the back line now. This is what Streamlabs looks like in the backlog. So, here we go. Let's play that one more time.
Moral of the story, I'm probably gonna shoot you in the dick, honestly. Moral.
And you can play that anytime by going to streamlabs.com/YouTellHimSteve Dave and donating the show. Don't feel like you have to, but it's really nice if you do. Next move on. Let's move on. The Cracker Barrel. Uncle Herschel's coming back to the chair. We need to keep pushing, I think. We need to keep pushing to get some of these logos back to where they are. In fact, as far as the... it's not my balls. Yeah, I know. Just don't run into that guy. Anyway... The Cracker Barrel logo coming back. That's good. We need to get a bunch of the other ones, maybe in different poses, because the Cracker Barrel guy is kind of leaning over that barrel and all. Here we go. The thing that the Babylon Bee did. Trump revokes Kamala Harris's Secret Service detail extended by Biden. My KDS is healing. Thank you all for voting for him. Thank you for voting for Trump for me. That is to say, by the way, Iffy, so you know a little bit something about your host here, I choose not to vote. I choose not to vote. I do not vote. All right?
Same here.
I don't. Oh, thank you. Because I hate being half wrong all the fucking time. It's annoying as shit. But this helps heal my KDS. Alright? The fact that this bitch had Secret Service protection extended by Biden. Thank you for getting rid of that, Trump. Thank you. Effective September 1st, Vice President Kamala Harris is no longer going to have Homeland Security, like, protecting her. Like, she's got to protect herself now. She's like everyone else now. Good. I'm not going to do anything to her because I'm a pacifist.
The here in California is willing to protect her, actually. The California
Highway
Patrol.
You know it. You know that Gavin Newsom is going to put extra tax dollars to protect the former vice president. Because
this is my governor.
Useful. She's useful. That goes to show that the far left only cares about you if you're useful to them. I mean the far left too, the extremists. We don't like them. But the quote is, you are hereby authorized to discontinue any security-related procedures previously authorized by executive memorandum beyond those required by law for the following individual, effective September 1st, 2025, former Vice President Kamala D. Harris. Hallelujah. Not only did he get rid of her protection, he also got rid of Alejandro Mayorkas's and the details of the Biden children, John Bolton, and Mike Pompeo's as well. Like, so many people should not have had that much protection. I can understand a week to a month, but a whole year is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep. She's planning a 2028 comeback. I hope not. I hope she better not. Stay out of fucking politics, you fucking cackling bitch.
I sort of hope so, because she's going to lose again and give us another guy.
Look, I mean,
give us another president we'll like.
I hear you
She
on
will
that.
lose. Nobody likes her.
Unknown Soda is listening in the live studio. Thank you. Hey, what's going on, dude? Anyway, I didn't know what your name was. All I saw was the armor can. Anyway, but yeah, the only way that I would be happy for that is if J.D. Vance ran for president. Guy's got a good head on his shoulders. I like Vance. He's wrong about
Either
some
J.D.
things.
Vance or Rubio are promising for the next presidency. Both, in my opinion, they're both eligible to be president.
See, I would say either J.D. Vance or a Republican woman. Just so we can tell the left, fuck you. You need to stop trying to push women to the front.
Sorry about that. My internet went kaput for a little bit there.
You're good. I'm glad you came back. But
yeah. Thank you, Verizon, for this shit.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as far as Kamala Harris, thank goodness she does not need more protection. Moving on. Oh, here we go. We're getting into the Florida man ones. Florida man indicted for conspiring to distribute fentanyl into federal prisons via drone. Now, this is not the only time we've heard about Florida man fucking with drones, okay? Florida man is getting smarter. Okay? He knows that if he can't get the drugs in there, his little robot companion can fly it over the fucking gate. Whoa. Some twat with a stupidly loud engine in the background. But yeah, Florida man flying fentanyl into prisons with a drone. Here's the funny thing. We've already talked about how Florida man's doing stuff all over the United States. This is in Fresno, California. He went to the other side of the America to traffic fentanyl. And something tells me this ain't the first time. A federal grand jury returned a one-count indictment Thursday. One count? Okay, so this is the first time. Against James Key III, 45 years old, of Eustis? E-U-S-T-I, yeah, Eustis. Florida, charging him with conspiracy to distribute fentanyl. According to court documents, between December 16th and August 17th, so he was doing this for like 8 months. Eustace bag! But creepy stuff happens in Fresno, California. Key conspired with Federal Bureau of Prisons inmates to introduce fentanyl and contraband cell phones into BOP facilities in Atwater, California, Florida, and South Carolina. One count indictment? I'm sorry, no, that's multiple places. This should have been more than one place. You stupid judge! You made him look good. Booga, booga, booga! I didn't expect this to turn into a Courage the Cowardly Dog reference. Oh, goodness. Throat getting dry. Mm-hmm. Woo! Gotta drink that water. Gotta drink that water. Alright, but yeah. This? Really? Florida man. Back in my day, we used to use the prison pocket instead of fancy drone. Yeah! Yeah, probably. The prison pocket probably wouldn't have gotten you caught. And tried on a federal level. Oh no, a state level. Eastern District of California. U.S. Attorney's Office. Yeah. If convicted, Key faces a maximum statutory penalty of 20 years in prison and a $1 million fine. Any sentence, however, could be determined at the discretion of the court after consideration of any applicable statutory factors and the federal sentencing guidelines. Now, on this show, I kind of want to get to know you a little bit, Ify. On this show, we do not hold our punches when it comes down to the criminals out there. What do you think when it comes down to certain criminals doing bad things? Like, should we be paying for them to be in prison? Or, like, you know, where's the line? Where's the line where the prison sentence needs to be death or, like, exporting them to another place? Also, who the hell... Oh, okay, are you on the side of the road? Because we can hear all that in the background. Iffy? IFI? Hello?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Are you on the side of the road or something? Because I heard engine noises.
Yeah, no, I'm not on the side of the road. I'm by the riverbank and people are fucking driving their boats.
Oh, okay.
So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, my apologies for that.
You're fine, you're fine. As far as prison sentences are concerned, you know, like, if it's a terrible crime... I'm of the opinion we put a clipboard outside the prison where responsible gun owners can volunteer to shoot horribly bad criminals so that we don't have to pay for them with our tax money. So what do you think as far as that's concerned?
I 110% agree.
Hey, we got an agreement on that one. Yeah, so what do you think about, like, this Florida man here? If it's, like, you know... He's learning how to use a drone, in order to traffic fentanyl into a prison. Is that a get the fuck out of our lives and let's not spend our tax money on this one? Or you think he could, like, after the 20 years he'll be good?
I mean, after 20 years, he'll be good. And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, really, there was probably some horrible people in that prison that OD'd on fentanyl as well. So, I mean, if you think of it, he kind of did the job for us. So why would we want to do the job on him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. I don't know, man. It's iffy when it comes down to the drug things. Now, I would say the line
Me
needs to be
personally,
drawn.
I think if it was a federal prison, I'm not sure if it's federal or state prison, but if it was a federal prison, I think there should be like a multiplier given it's on, well, of course, federal, but if it's state, then the state gets to decide, and, well, if the state decides 20 years, then yeah, so, but
Well, they said 20 years at $1 million, but like the thing that I get to, right? Like, so let's say he was dealing the drugs to the prison, right? And those drugs, like, okay, so he dealt the drugs, then the next day, an inmate doesn't get out of their cell when it comes down to roll call, right? And they go into the cell and the inmate is died. You know, an inmate's dead.
Oh, that happens a lot here.
Yeah. So they do the autopsy on the body, and he died from a fentanyl overdose. Well, wouldn't you say that fentanyl is effectively the weapon that killed somebody? Thus, it would be a homicide case. Thus, the death penalty's on the table.
I believe, sure. Because I'm not sure if there's a law sign that said like if you're dealing drugs and well you get charged with if your drugs cause someone to overdose, you can be charged with homicide. But California is strange in that circumstance because they always leverage away from the death penalty, which blue state. So they'll probably just get life in prison.
Yeah, I guess that would be extended to life then, wouldn't it?
Why is there a train in the background?
No, it's not a train. That's a boat.
No. That actually is a train. Oh my god.
Where are
Can
you?
I catch a break? I'm on a riverbank that's by the road, that's by the train tracks. I swear to God, I should have just gone to the park for this.
Part of the furry
but
fandom
instead,
is enjoying vehicles. You know those furries that just absolutely love goddamn trains. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like
They
the
like
Asperger's.
those.
Yeah. Like all my Asperger's furries who love trains. Like spam the chat.
Yeah.
My autism consists of interests for steel, firearms, and cats, which is one of my personas as a cat. I love cute stuff.
There we go. But yeah, so when it comes down to this, I mean, life imprisonment would be better if someone ended up dying because I imagine he was distributing the drugs not to kill somebody.
Yeah.
The intent to kill has to be there.
I think the whole justice system, or it's not really called a justice system here in California, it's more of the quote-unquote legal system. It needs to be fixed because the death penalty is more expensive on taxpayers compared to life in prison because not because a bullet is expensive, but because all of the legal paperwork and process is more time-consuming and therefore taxes are more involved.
Bro, you're talking about you're talking about the state of California. Y'all still have Newsom.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a two-tier justice system over there. Okay, like there are two separate justice systems.
It's not a justice system. It's a quote unquote legal system where
system.
Because legally laws aren't changed. Justice means it's fair. This term is not fair.
Justice is blind, but she seems to be seeing a lot of things in California.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Justice is blind, but she seems to be seeing a lot of online hate crimes in the UK.
Yeah, you don't say. You don't fucking say. Speaking of, Florida man extradited to Harlingen to face online social solicitation of a minor charges. A 38-year-old man from Florida was arrested and extradited to Harlingen which is I believe is a maximum security prison, after sending inappropriate messages to a teen through the Discord app. Jacob Benjamin Register was arrested on Wednesday, August 20th, 2025 in Clearwater, Florida, on charges of sexual performance by a child, online solicitation of a minor, and child grooming, according to the Harlingen Police Department. According to a Friday news release, Harlingen police officers received the report of Register sending the messages to a 14-year-old juvenile back in March 2025. Cameron County Jail records show Register remains behind bars on a $2 million bond. Now, you know the thing that I was just talking about, disgusting people getting a bullet in them so our tax dollars aren't going to keeping these people alive? This is an example of that. Right here. There was a question I was asked before the stream. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Well, I was asked about it by, I think, Peepa Jeep? Yeah. I have this sign right here.
No.
I have this sign right here.
I'm not sure if Brent has a lot of access to firearms, so perhaps they could just use the old torture methods back in the medieval ages.
Yeah.
Like the wheel, or like a griddle.
Yeah, and I think the furry fandom should not have any, like, if you are proven to be a pedophile, oh, you can get better. No. If you are proven to have done this, you are the reason why this fandom is going bad. That's why I have this sign. If you're a trans pedophile, I will misgender you. If you're not trans, but a pedophile, I'll just wish you a painful death. And I got asked now if they're a pedophile and not trans, or if they're not a pedophile, but they're trans, would you wish them a painful? I was like, no. But if they're just a pedophile, will you misgender them? Maybe? They don't deserve my fucking respect if they're a pedophile. That's the point.
This is what I think. I think within the trans community, it's the extremists that do more damage to the community rather than actual politicians. Because we saw with that church shooter who was trans, they definitely do more damage to the community because this community, one, does not have the system to control and stop down the extremes, and two, a societal pressure for us not to criticize these people when they have obvious mental illnesses because they are trans and people are afraid of being transphobic. It's the same thing with Europe. I like to compare it to Europe. People do not want to address the rapes in the UK because they are migrants or they are Islamic.
Right.
Nobody wants to address it because they would be called Islamophobic, racist, whatnot.
It's just another form of identity politics at that point.
Yes.
It's
everything in the Western world, or almost everything in the Western world, because there are some places that are not, they're poisoned by identity politics and suicidal empathy.
Well, and it's like, my take on the trans community, personally, would be that it's like I misgender pretty much every transgender person because, like, it's in their head, you know. It's not biological reality, you know. It's like, yeah, like he says he is a she, but when you pull his pants down, you know, you still find something dangling there, or an axe wound, one of the two.
I get what you're saying. And my take on it is, are you affecting the freedoms of another person? No? Good. Yes? Okay, we've got a problem. I keep it simple as far as that's concerned. If they're doing something that is publicly obnoxious, they don't need to be disturbing the peace. But if they're doing as every trans rights activist will fucking yell at you, and living their lives, well, if they're actually doing that, I've got no problem with them. But if they're not letting anybody else live their lives peacefully, fuck them.
Exactly. And it's like, the reason why I misgender, well, quote unquote, misgender all of them is simply because it's like the Scientology. It's all in their head.
But you
Like,
see-
I don't have to believe what's in someone else's head.
But see, that's the big problem, though. Is like to them, it's not in their head. It's societal, and you have to do it, and you have to do it with every single trans person. We're going to be going over it, but just a little tidbit, just a little sneak peek at what's ahead. The Nashville shooter. They said there were 7 victims. I didn't count 7. I counted 6, and 1 monster that was killed by the police.
Exactly.
That's what I counted. But they don't.
Same
They
here.
don't want you to blame. They don't want you to blame trans people generally, and I can respect that. Then why don't you, as someone that lives on this identity politics, disown, denounce, do something to separate the trans ideology from what someone who clearly was mentally ill did?
There are especially in our circle and on the internet, there are 2 distinct communities within the trans community. There's the activists who pressure everyone to abide by their pronouns, by their dead name, or to refer to them as their new name, new stuff. And then there are the actual people who just want to live like the opposite gender and not force anyone to adhere to that. There's 2 distinct communities, and you can see that with how it's the activist community that wants us to respect the monsters, not to say names, because the shooter should not be named, who wants us to respect the monsters' pronouns, and there's the ones that are honestly denouncing it but are being attacked for denouncing it, even though there's a community.
But that's what I'm saying. They're all acting as though their community is upright. Like if someone brought to me, right? Because the Catholic shooter is what everybody's fucking talking about. If someone brought to me that a shooter went into a school and he was a straight white man, he identified with the group that stereotypically someone would put me in, I would say he's not a man, he's a monster. He does not deserve my respect, and no white person should be standing up for him. Period. Full stop. He has disowned himself. He has disowned himself from my group of people by doing an unspeakable act. He is immediately dehumanized as far as that's concerned. He does not deserve to be related to the rest of the good people that are in this population. That is what I don't hear. I never hear, and I wish I would hear out of the trans community. Whenever something like this happens,
they do, but they are outshined by the activist community. Because, okay, to kind of address your situation, like if it was a white person who did a shooting, a lot of people, like I'm gonna compare it like Luigi Mangioloni. When Luigi killed that CEO, there were a lot of people on his side, who, despite
right.
Yeah, it's not just a trans thing. It happens everywhere. There will always be a subset group of people who would uphold them on the throne because they have an own group bias.
Right.
This happens everywhere. It happens if they're trans. It happens if they're straight. It happens if they're white. It happens if they're black. It happens everywhere.
Yeah, and it needs to stop, is what I'm saying. There are good and bad in every population. Every population should seek to extricate the bad. The truly bad, not bad because they believe a different way. No. You have to be. Whatever happened to inclusion? You need to enforce that inclusion. Not because you believe they're bad. They have to be proven to be a terrible person. They have to be proven to be a terrible person. You cannot just keep giving people passes when it comes down to that sort of stuff. Hi, Gorg. Thanks for coming in for the first time as we're talking.
Hello.
Oh, no way. No way.
What's up? IFI?
No,
I wanted to add something into the conversation.
Sure.
That's fine.
Sure.
So, I own a private server on Discord, and I brought up this one guy who recently got who wrote a document about himself and all the stuff he's done. I'll list a few things. He ERP'd with 5 minors.
Oh, damn.
He had homicidal thoughts. He would talk about like how if it were legal, he would kill people that he didn't like.
Gorg, you know what? You came to the right space because we had a new thing for this stream called the Word of the Day. And people that do this is doing the word of the day, which is notoriety. All right? It is a noun, and it means the state of being famous or well known for some bad quality or deed. This sounds like the guy wanted some notoriety by saying he was a badass and willing to do this terrible shit.
Yes, but as I was saying, all that stuff, he would suicide bait his partner make his partner feel bad so that he would feel better for himself.
A furry?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we don't need this shit in the furry fandom. We don't.
Yeah. Anyways, about why I said no way, I was literally walking around the bank here, and I found a fucking rare oddity, bro.
Whoa!
I literally found a Pall Mall double capsule cigarette filter.
Wow!
Like, the cigarette is used up, I can't smoke it, but as a cigarette enthusiast, like, holy crap, a flavored cigarette, that I found in the United States from Pall Mall.
Dude, hold on to it because Pall Mall is a rare type. We now have L&D at my job. We stopped selling Pall Mall. It's nuts.
Yeah.
How far down. But guys, if you are here fresh and new from the Silenced Banter, we do have several
Oh
news
my god, I
articles
found
in
a
through.
second one.
If you want to know what the hell I'm talking about and you want the visual about it, well, go ahead and hit that post that is attached to the space. We are live on twitch.tv/YouTellHimSteveDave, where you can watch it. You can tell you all this stuff as I'm putting this stuff on screen. Kind of like what I got on the screen right here. We are reaching the end of our Florida Man articles. Florida Man executed for 1992 triple murder. This man, we were following the legal the death penalties in Florida. They have a new record for the U.S. 12 death penalties in a year thus far, and I'm sure it's gonna go up. We only got what, 4 more months before the end of the year. I'm paying attention to what DeSantis is signing on this one. But Florida Man finally getting killed legally for the 1992 triple murder that he pulled in Orange County. This is number 11 out of 12. All right, this is the 11th person executed in Florida. He's gone. He died Thursday, I think. He was executed Thursday evening. So that's one less disgusting person on the screen, on the street, I should say. And we're waiting for number 12 to happen now, because number 12 have the death penalty. So we're just waiting for the end of that one. But guys, now we have, and I'm going to. We got a Lysander in the chat now. Lysander, you just got here in time because it's time to hit the theme song for this day in Florida Man history. Which one am I going to hit this time? Let me go to the library. Go to the library. Filter it. Robe it. Doggone it. By the way, we do use AI music only to avoid copyright on this show. Here we go. All right, hit the theme song for this day in Florida Man history, if you can find it, Robot. Where the hell is it? Here it is. All right. Let me mute the space for right now. Hit the theme song. I really need to get an ID card for this one.
It's finally time for us to
Title
find
card or
out
something.
what the hell happened to Florida Man. Will it be great or will it be fake? Let's see what happened to Florida Man. Is this the ultimate story this week? Will it show glory or will we all shriek? What the hell happened in Florida this day? Forever in history's page. Let's all find out what it's all about as we see what happened this day in Florida Man history.
Admittedly, this one is not my favorite of the two. But it's a good theme song either way. Okay, so let's find out what happened this day in Florida Man history. I have the site unmuted again for the live studio audience. Thank you so much for coming in. 9 people thus far. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lysander, how you doing, man? Been a minute.
Good. I just got home from work.
All right. And I started the show. I'm starting the show at 7 now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're all driving into the office now, and I get off at 7.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, by the way, our word of the day is notoriety. That's a new one. Steve Dave's going to have a word of the day for you.
Do we all scream like Pee Wee Herman? When
No, we should. That would be funny. But the word of the day is notoriety, Notoriety. It is the state of being famous or well-known for some bad quality or deed. So that is the word of the day. It's going to come up later, I promise. Just like this Florida man's got some notoriety for what he did this day in Florida Man history. Florida man accused of slamming dog to the ground, headbutting patrol car during arrest. Oh, leave the dog alone! The poor pooch! Look at that face! How can you throw that face? How can you throw that face? Look at that.
I would call that face unthrowable.
Unthrowable. He's just a little guy. Be nice.
Exactly. Just a little doggo.
Yep. The Brevard County Communications Center received a call reporting a disturbance around 8 p.m. Thursday at the Gators Dockside, located at 683 Dave Nisbet Drive in Port Canaveral. But I'm not going to Florida anytime soon, so I don't know what all that is. The caller said that a drunk guest was charging at her and had thrown his dog on the ground.
Bro.
Yeah,
really?
so it was his dog.
His own dog.
His own dog.
What the hell?
Deputies met with the man who was identified as 39-year-old Christopher Stanley. 2 first names right out the bat. That's how you know you can't trust somebody, unless their name is Steve Dave. Deputies, the bartender told deputies that she wanted Stanley trespassed and that he was causing a disturbance in the tiki bar. According to an arrest report, Stanley continued to yell curse words and disturb the business while in the parking lot. Stanley was placed under arrest for disorderly conduct and disorderly intoxication. Once placed in the handcuffs, Stanley allegedly reared his head back and slammed it down on the hood of one of the patrol cars, causing a dent in the hood. Property damage.
Dog was quoted as saying, "No, really, officer, I have no idea who this guy is."
I have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah. Honestly, that's something Trevor from GTA 5 would do.
That is, yeah.
Make asylums great again.
Make asylums great again. Booyah.
For real.
Clearly this guy's not mentally well. Once on the ground, deputies say Stanley began to threaten to kill, beat up, and make other threats towards law enforcement. In a sworn statement with law enforcement, a manager at the business said she saw Stanley carrying his dog, Wilson, poor Wilson, out into the parking lot where he allegedly raised his arm above his head and threw the dog to the ground, stating, "He's your problem now," and Wilson whimpered and ran off. Well, yeah, he was betrayed by his owner.
Wilson, that's the first sign of abuse.
Yeah, right there. Officials say Wilson was located and brought to an animal hospital for evaluation. He's fine. He's gonna be fine.
Wow.
They got him to the animal hospital. He's okay. He's okay. Stanley is facing charges related to animal cruelty, threats to law enforcement, resisting with violence, disorderly intoxication, and breach of the peace, and criminal mischief and violation of probation. This guy was on probation when he did all this shit. He is a repeat offender. Most importantly,
Alligator Alcatraz. Send him there.
Look at that little guy.
Hell yeah.
Look at that little guy. He's just a little guy.
Make him hike to Alligator Alcatraz.
Amen.
I'm straight.
Look at that. He's
This
just a
whole
little
thing,
guy.
I'm thinking it could be like a game show, like where people try and escape Alligator Alcatraz by going through the marshes.
They already have that. It's called the Florida Man games.
Yeah.
They already
Florida
have the
games,
Florida Man
yeah.
games. But yeah, guys,
I want-
don't.
Can we place bets like the Running Man?
Ooh, that would be good.
Absolutely.
Make it like a horse
Yeah.
race.
Whoever gets to escape gets to have their freedom. Whoever escapes earns their freedom, I think.
Or we could run this business and we could make people bet with online currency all over the. We got a game plan, guys. We are gonna make some money, and it's all thanks to Little Wilson here taking one for the team. Thank you so much, Little Wilson. Wilson. Wilson.
Oh, for real.
Oh man. Oh, poor Wilson. And that was this day in Florida Man history. Oh, we got to go into that one a little bit.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, perfect. Because like it wasn't saying that I was talking on a little speaker thing, so I got a little concerned.
Yep. It happens sometimes. X is not perfect. I highly considered moving the live studio audience to Discord because it's a lot better as far as stability is concerned. And I can get people into my own Discord. Like right now, I'm in my own Discord in a locked voice chat, so that my character on screen shows up. So like I might end up doing that.
If something happens at Megaplex this weekend, newsworthy, does that count as Florida Man news?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going. This is a furry talk show, Lysander. What do you think?
Yes, but most of the people involved are not from Florida.
Oh, and we're about to get into that. Guys, we're going to take a 3-minute ad break. If you have a subscription to the channel over on the Twitch, then you do not have to watch the ads. Instead, we're going to be listening to my good buddy Jimmy the Tortoise. I want to listen to my didgeridoo again. It's such a good song. Such a good song.
Well, speaking of Megaplex, before the ad break, has anyone heard about the BO problem?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
First it was the line problem, then it was the BO. Like I swear, people gotta be spraying deodorant
Dude,
everywhere.
all I have to do is catch the coupons at my store, the online coupons. I could just buy a shit ton of deodorant, and the next con, I'm gonna be making that money back. I'm just.
Did they combine the BO problem with the line problem?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the line was
You're
like 3 hours.
Yeah, you're stinky, but you're idle.
It was like what? Yeah, it was like you're in line for hours, running your ass off like that.
Well, Megaplex is a big con. Megaplex is a huge con.
Well, like the BO problem.
Organized.
The BO problem would have never happened the BO problem never happens at a furry con in China.
True, and Japan.
That's because I think they're more. I think it's because they're more hygienic.
But guys, we are going to take a 3-minute ad break now. We're going to listen to Jimmy the Tortoise with Rudolph's Investor. Stick around. We'll be right back to more silenced banter after the break.
Now I'm tripping on a cloud. Vision no collider, brain humming out loud. So remove stacks, think he got too close. Look like he wanna go. So I swung a punch. Now he doing that comatose. Vanish like a ghost. Now flying high and getting high. Rig a reindeer, no sheen. Who's light from the celestial steel scene? Off to the rave where the strobe lights gleam. Reality's a movie, or is it just a dream? Now that I see him scheming, cap stack like I'm dreaming. I'm gonna eat a mouth mushrooms, red and white dots got me feeling like a grub, feeling like a goose, but there's a moose. Yeah, fucking moose on the They took a giant scrap, sliding off the handle. I'm Rudolph's investor, a reindeer jet, anti-gravity tester. Rave in the sky, it's a pinky star sequester. Ghost in Messiah, I'm the nightclub jester. Drunk Jesus stumbles, chalice spills a glow. Throws holy hands like a prophet on blow. My uppercut ascends him, halo spinning slow. Crowds erupting cheers, cosmic level show. Hyperdrive thumping, beats got the cosmos shook. Jesus Holland turn the other cheek but still throw hooks. Megatron laugh twitch, metal fist kissed air. Tag team the moment but I'm nowhere near square. Yeah. Flying off the handle, I'm Rudolph's investor, a reindeer jet, anti-gravity tester. Rave in the sky, it's a pinky star sequester. Ghost in Messiah, I'm the nightclub jester.
Yeah. We love Jimmy the Tortoise on this show. Got some good beats from him, man. All right, welcome back to more Silenced Banter. Don't play these Yeen streets. We're not doing that yet, Robot. Robot, you know what we need. We need some of that jazz. You like jazz? I like jazz. I want some background jazz for the show. There we go. There we go. Get that piano playing. And we're back. Hello, everybody in the live studio audience. What's going on? Are we here? Great. Everybody's gone. Awesome. Except me and Choco. Okay, there we go. And Lizanne. There we go.
Yep.
All right, guys. We are at the second half of the Rippy Bits articles, which is going to get into a segment called About the Killers. And I know I don't mean the rock band. Unfortunately, I do not mean the rock band. That's your only content warning on that one. All right. So the next news article we have all about Robert Westman, the Minnesota school shooter. Now, if you guys remember that word I told you, did anybody remember the word of the day? Anybody remember that?
Indeed. Notoriety.
Notoriety. Alright? Remember that word. This is where it's gonna come in. Okay, this is the segment you need to know that word. Because there's something in common other than trans that these shooters all have in common. Notoriety.
They're mentally ill. They're mentally ill and they're not
Well, you
aggressive.
say mentally ill, but I also say notoriety. How do I prove that? Well, let's look at what we know about Robert Westman. All right, by the way, fuck Mrs. Westman. I refuse to gender properly the child that killed people.
There's a biological man.
Biological man. Look at that. Look at that chin. What a waste of manhood. Anyway. Police have identified the suspect who they say opened fire outside of a church at a Catholic school. Outside of a church at a Catholic school in Minneapolis, killing 2 children and injuring 18 others as 23-year-old Robert Westman. An 8-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl were shot and killed when the gunman fired through the windows of a church at the Annunciation Catholic School on Wednesday morning, police said. I am not making any fucking jokes about this. It is goddamn horrible. Alright? I'm normally the guy that's like, comedy is everywhere. You need to take hits where they go. No, I refuse to joke about this. Because I'm trying to prove you a point here. Alright? The motive here. The shooter died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara said self-inflicted. So didn't even have the balls to go up against the cops. Took him out. Took himself out. Took his self out. Right? Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem also confirmed the identity of the suspect, calling Westman, quote, a deranged monster. Okay. So Steve Dave, I know exactly what you're thinking. What do you think I'm thinking, Steve Dave? Well, Steve Dave, you said something about notoriety. Why the hell do you think that this guy was after notoriety, Steve Dave? Excellent question, Steve Dave. Talking to yourself is the first sign of insanity, by the way. Has anybody we've seen the pictures, I assume, where with all that shit like anti-Jew and anti-fucking religious shit written on the gun, written on magazines, written on shit about the shooter. Like, I'm sure y'all have seen that, right?
Right.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've only
All
read
stuff
it.
associated with the far left as well.
Well, typically when it comes down to stuff like that, you end up seeing a lot of this shit because they're after that notoriety. They want people to be scared. They attack innocent places so people fucking notice. All right? That's one hypothesis. Let's try to prove that hypothesis. Mass shooter who killed 6 people at the Covenant School had no grudge against victims, but was fueled by a quest for, what's that word?
Notoriety.
Notoriety! Notoriety was the motive. I'm of course talking about the Nashville shooter in this one, who killed 6 people, but the trans community want to say no, there were 7 victims. Christopher, what you got going on, man? Like, it's a live studio audience. You speak up, buddy.
I hate to be the fox that kind of mostly will forget something, but what are we talking about?
We're talking about the we're talking about the Catholic shooter recently, and I'm relating the Catholic shooter with a motive that a lot of these quote trans unquote shooters are all following. So that's one thing that I've noticed more than anything is that a lot of these shooters want notoriety. That's why they make a big scene. That's why they attack innocent places. At the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee, with Aubrey Hale, whatever, I think Aubrey was her born name. I think she was a female to male trans person. Either way, she killed 6 people. 3 faculty and 3 kids were killed by her at a religious school. All right? Where's the notoriety, Steve Dave? I'm glad you asked, Steve Dave. Quote, she felt safe and accepted at the Covenant and made friends with other students. She considered her family,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah,
I'm going to be doing something else. I'm going to be joining someone else. One of my other friends is, Space.
Yeah, you're good, buddy. Go for it.
Alright. See ya.
Yep, take care. Let's see. Back to this. Alright. More than 16 years after leaving the school, Hale targeted the beloved alma mater, quote, due to the notoriety she would obtain, unquote, and, quote, because she had a personal connection to the school from earlier in her life and felt she had to die somewhere that made her happy, unquote. Notoriety! The Nashville shooter. Suddenly, there's a motive other than trans. Suddenly, there's a motive other than trans. Oh, I accidentally muted the space because I was going to invite him in. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. You can unmute. What the fuck? Unmute space. Unmute space. Keep the space unmuted. Is it gonna work? You saw that shit. Can y'all unmute your microphone? I want to be sure that's working.
Roger, Roger.
All right, cool.
Aye.
Cool.
Yeah, we're good.
Notoriety for the Nashville shooter. Now, 2 could be coincidence. Let's go for 3. Let's make a fucking pattern. Uvalde school shooter left trail of warning signs ahead of attack. Just days before the attack, Ramos spoke out on social media of his plans to do something that would, quote, put him all over the news, unquote. He wrote of a desire to kill himself. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say those words on Twitch specifically. Desire to commit self-off. There we go. Shared online videos of beheadings and violent affairs. And holding a plastic bag containing a dead cat and pointing BB guns at people out the window. Quote, the attacker became focused on achieving notoriety, unquote, according to the interim report released Sunday by investigative panel of the Texas House of Representatives. He believed his TikTok and YouTube channels would be successful. He was looking to be famous. So he shot up a school. Notoriety.
Well, I mean, also, when we talk about notoriety and Uvalde, you can't leave out the cops because they have notoriety too for having the smallest fucking balls in the universe.
Goddamn right. It took them forever to get in that fucking place.
Wow.
But yeah, so suddenly it's not about trans people, is it? Suddenly it's not about the fact that they were trans. It's about these people being mentally fucking unaware that notoriety isn't everything. But they wanted it that bad. They wanted it so bad they were willing to sell out human fucking life.
They're mentally ill and want to be a marauder for their own ideals.
Exactly.
Whether that be political or self-interest.
Exactly. So, can we do one more? Let's find out. Trans teen arrested after Colorado police discover plans to shoot up schools and churches. This is Colorado Springs. Days after a transgender woman carried out a deadly mass shooting at a Christian school in Tennessee. I'm doing that thing where I'm tapping the side of my nose and pointing at you. Another transgender person was arrested in Colorado on suspicion of planning a mass shooting. That's premeditated. Premeditated murder. They thought about this. Investigators found a manifesto including references to past school shooters, school floor plans, how to build a detonator to a bomb, and Whitworth was actively planning a massacre. Now, if you want to say this is trans ideology, I've got you there. Because of the ones that we went through, one of them was not a trans person. Yeah, Steve Davis sticking up for the trans community. Go figure. Factually speaking, the Uvalde shooter was not a trans shooter. He wasn't. He was just a dirty human being looking to get his name out there by doing something horrible. But go fucking figure about this. But this is what the manifesto looked like. Defend equality with an AK-47 on there. Look at that. It's all about trans people. It was a trans shooter. It's trans ideology because of the sticker on the front of an insane person's notebook. Come on, y'all. It's not about that. And I agree with, I believe, what Chaco said earlier about how the good trans people are denouncing this disgusting individual, but they're being drowned out by a majority of the population. We need to change that. The majority of the population needs to dehumanize and disown any involvement of these disgusting individuals and the trans community. But they're not. That's why you're listening to the Silenced Banter. We do. We do. This shooter, just like every other trans shooter, do not identify all of the don't identify with all the rest of the trans people out there. Mental illness is the issue, and if trans ideology is directly linked to that mental illness, we need the proof. We need the proof. Chaco said they were a vocal minority. Yeah, they are a vocal minority. Those are the words. I just forgot the words. I just went with whatever word came out. But yeah, we need the proof as far as that's concerned. We don't need to be doing this. All right, they're making Protect Trans Kids shirt. Look who's on the shirt. Look who's on the shirt. Look at this. You shot 18 people, killed 2, and then killed yourself, and you get to be put on a shirt that says Protect Trans Kids. This is disgusting. This is horrible. A majority, not the vocal minority, a majority of trans people should be against this.
And it's like, this is the thing. It's like, do you know how many fucking Doom fans would be furious if they put Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold on a shirt with a Doom design?
Yeah. Yeah. Go off, fam. Hell yes. That's exactly it. So it's not a question to me. Notoriety. This person died and is burning in hell, but I bet you dicks for dollars, this fucker is staring up from hell like, yeah, I did it. I'm notarized. People are going to remember my face forever. For the wrong fucking reason. For the wrong fucking reason. It's okay, guys. The Silence Banter is never going to look for notoriety. Instead, we have dipshits like this.
This is for the people who, regarding the school incident in Minneapolis, insist on referring to the accused
Robert Westman, the male,
as Robert, which is that person's birth name, evidently.
Yeah, Robert Westman, the killer, the horrible person that shot up a church, wounded 18 people, and killed 2 kids.
Later legally changed to Robin.
I don't give a shit if it was legal morally, which is the left-wing position. By the way, that's also something that pisses me off. It's not good to kill people. It's not moral to kill people. And yet, left-wingers, who are supposed to be the emotional center of the politics, are doing shit like this. You don't fucking say.
This is for you.
Okay.
My grandma always hated the name she was given. She was given the name Patsy. She always hated it.
So what?
She didn't want to hurt her mother's feelings.
Okay.
After her mother passed away, she decided to change her name legally to...
That's a good thing. All right? If you don't like your name... If I didn't like the name Steve, after my mom dies, I will change my name to Maximilian Tyrannosaurus Westergaard. If I felt like it. Alright? That's called respecting your mother's wishes, dealing with the name that you were given, and changing it when your mother is no longer part of the picture. That's not the same thing as the birth name, chosen name bullshit.
To Patricia. Now, do I call my grandma Patricia, the name she chose? Or do I insist on referring to her as the name she was given at birth?
How about just Patty? Just do Patty.
No difference.
There is a difference. And Shell Shock, I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. There is a difference between respecting your mother's wishes emotionally until the time of her death and shooting up a church whilst demanding people call you something proper for your feelings. There we go.
You know, if you want to change your name, you could always create a persona and then name it yourself.
That's why the furry fandom's so cool! We don't have to worry about the legal jargon. This is my character, original character. I'm gonna name it Delvin. You know, like something. You can do that. but they're not going after notoriety. No. Why would they ever go for notoriety? By the way, this was Erica the Cat Girl, the 20th of June. Yeah. Yeah. Totally not some notoriety searching on that one. Yeah. Uh-huh. Just gonna take a drink while I'm staying on this screen right now to kinda... I mean, the trans community is so fucking peaceful, right? That's why people are saying it's the trans community. Right here. Shit like this. Shit like this. Death before detransition, you're gonna take a picture of a bunch of firearms as if you're acting like a fucking badass. The CWF9, mostly peaceful. Hell yeah. Yeah, mostly peaceful. Exactly. The CWF9, you're our first time chatter. Give me a number between 1 and 10 that is not 4. You get a free Streamlabs donation courtesy of streamlabs.com/YouTellSteveDave. Because just for first time chatting. Wouldn't you believe it? 9! I think that's one of my favorites. I think that is one of my favorites. It is one of my favorites. This is your free Streamlabs donation, courtesy of streamlabs.com/YouTellSteveDave.
Incoming!
Let's do that again. Let's do it again. This is one more time.
Incoming!
Oh, the CWF9 redeemed their free fish cannon, courtesy of streamlabs.com/YouTellSteveDave. And if you want to donate to the stream to keep this quality content going, you can go on over to streamlabs.com/YouTellSteveDave and donate to the show if you want to. It is not required, but it's really nice if you do. Let's move on. Here we go. Before we get into the, is this it? Yes. Iffy, yours is next. This is the penultimate thing. Today, this person, Jake Can 72, says today's trans shooting is not random. It is the product of radical leftist dogma. Trans ideology pushes unstable people towards violence. Anti-Trump rhetoric from politicians like Maxine Waters and Ilhan Omar, fans of flames. Okay, you know what? Instead of reading all your shit, let's listen to this extremely smart lady. And I'm gonna mute the robot while we listen to the extremely smart individual.
The attacker...
Oh, by the way, Lysander, something happened with Gaito. Do you mind co-hosting for me?
Oh, sure.
Okay, cool. Just get everybody in who wants to speak. Invite to co-host. There we go. Something happened with Gaito. Unfortunately, someone got their fifis hurt and X locked their account temporarily.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. All they can do is DM now. It's fucking insane. Anyway, but yeah, let's listen to this very smart, that opinionated girl 3 on Tickety Talk.
From earlier this morning who went into a Catholic church and did the absolute unthinkable to innocent, defenseless children has been identified as Robin Westman, a transsexual in his 20s who was known for espouting complete and utter leftist nonsense. If you think that the left is not partially to blame for this attack, you are lying to yourself. This is the narrative, this is the propaganda that they have been pushing down your children's throat since they were old enough to stare at a screen and have some semblance of an understanding of what it was saying. And now this is the outcome of it.
Yes, I agree that there is a hand in the leftist ideology when it comes down to this. However, there are other factors at play. We already said the notoriety of it. Why is it the notoriety? Is it the notoriety because that's what the left is doing, or is it the notoriety?
I mean, damn straight.
Because the right is saying, I can't wait to bitch and moan about more of these people. There's a such thing as wanting... Notoriety is negative attention. Remember that. Notoriety is negative attention. The state of being famous or well known for some bad quality or deed. They're pissing off righties by killing people. So like that's my argument there. So
how is that different? How is that different from Infamous?
Let's look up Infamous real quick. Not the series, you jackass. Infamous definition. Well known for some bad quality or deed. Okay, so the difference between infamous and notoriety is the state of being famous for or well known for some.
So you shoot for notoriety so you can become infamous.
Yes. Yes. You shoot for notoriety so that you can become infamous. There's also wicked, abominable. Historical law says of a person deprived of all or some citizens' rights as a consequence of conviction for a serious crime. Well, they're dead now, so yeah, I think effectively their rights have been surrendered. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's keep going. This girl knows what the fuck she's talking about on the right.
For too long, we have seen attacks from transsexual individuals being completely swept under the rug by the media because it didn't fit the narrative. We've seen the same thing with the Free Palestine movement, which of course this individual also wanted to link himself to.
Yep, he was against Jews. Yep, he was.
Absolutely disgusting. Even on the front cover of his notebook, you will see right away a vision of violence associated with the trans flag, because this is what they are told they need to do, and that it's okay, and that you should go out and you should do harm to Trump supporters, and you should do harm to anybody who questions your identity. And this is a totally valid reaction to have. This is the type of rhetoric we have been hearing for how long from people like Maxine Waters, who publicly stated to go out and harass those who support Donald Trump. How long we've seen this shit from people like Ilhan Omar, who now wants to give her condolences. She could shove her condolences where the sun don't shine because she is in part responsible for this absolute utter nonsense. Right all over his weapons, right? He had scrawled stupid shit like to end the life of Donald J. Trump. Isn't
Yeah, okay, real quick, I want to pull that up. I'm glad she pulled that up. Kill Donald Trump, rip and tear. You keep the Doom fan base out of your goddamn mouth when it comes down to that, okay? I support Doom guy Rip and Tarrington, okay? I support his war against hell. We don't want no illegal demons coming in from the surfaces of hell and Mars and all that shit, okay? Rip and tear, I don't like that one bit as a gamer.
Donald J. Trump. Isn't that a similar rhetoric to what we've been hearing from the left ever since the 2 assassination attempts, where the left is saying, damn, I wish they wouldn't have missed.
Yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to, like, everybody bitching and moaning, oh, we'll stop complaining that a trans person is dead. I'm going to complain about a murderer. I'm happy that a murderer is dead. Meanwhile, you all want to cheer on the attempted assassination of who is now the president. You're not me. You're not me. It's clear to me that you are not me. But we have to be clear on these things. We really have to be clear on these things. Do I blame the trans community for this? No. I don't blame the good trans community. I blame the bad trans community. The bad ones that are actually saying, well, if they won't respect your pronouns, you get to punch them in the face. Those people, I don't fucking support. Which brings me into my guests list. Thank you for accepting the invite to the show. Improved Furry Initiative Onyx is here so we can talk about that infamous list that got the furries knots tied in a knot. That was horrible. But yeah. This thing! This is what we're talking about. You got some notoriety with this one. Iffy, hello? Are we here? Is everybody here? Oh dear, is X crashing again?
I'm here.
Choco.
I was having connection problems earlier.
Yep. Iffy, can you hear me? Are you alive? We're going to be talking about your list now. You're set to listen, or you might have to leave and come right back. If it's having
I kind of had to.
I know that X is not, like, this is why I said I'm probably going to take this to Discord. Like, cause...
Have you set up a Discord channel yet?
I have a Discord, I have a whole Discord, like a whole private Discord that I can just invite people to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Like that's how my little E model is on the screen right now. That's how I'm on the screen right now.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I was hearing you just fine.
Yeah, I saw you down at listener. I was like, oh shit, did it fucking... All right, we're going...
Yeah.
I personally invited Improved Furry Initiative here to talk about the list that he has here on screen. That says, hello and welcome to the official IFI Twitter. Here's some rules you'll need. Do not interact if you are a transgender, baby fur / diaper fur, fat fetishist, bara, pedophile, zoophile, therian, leftist, BDSMer, pro shipper. And in parentheses, and it says, we have no problem with LGBT people. Okay. I said, under this, I feel we need to define a lot of these, because some are understandable. Most of them are. But some are a little exclusionary. If you want to improve the furry fandom, do not copy what they're doing. Alright? So, let's take these one at a time and defend them. Transgender. We have no problem with just transgenders. Right? I want to stay that straightforward. I think that needs to be reworded. That one. What in Snyder is a pro shipper? I don't know, Jared Gamer Freak, but you have a first time chat right now and you get a free Streamlabs donation. Give me a number between 1 and 10 that isn't 4 and isn't 9, because we saw those. Between 1 and 10, that's not 4 and not 9, because you get a free Streamlabs donation to get played. But yeah, I feel like we need to redefine transgender on that one. Because there are good, like we just went through several examples of good trans people and bad trans people. 3 is a nice prime number. 3 it is. Let's see here. 3, what is 3? I think that's the Porky Pig one. I think that's the Porky Pig one. Piano Biscuits is 2. No. What is 3? Do I not have a 3? Oh my god, I don't think I have a 3. Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. Oh, this one's funny. So here is your free Streamlabs donation, courtesy of streamlabs.com/YouTellHimSteveDave.
I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you how I got this ring. You were nice until he married you and then you showed your true colors. What you say?
If you too want to donate to the stream, you can go to streamlabs.com/YouTellHimSteveDave. But if you don't want to, it's okay. I'm glad you're here. Alright. Now, transgender. Alright, because we went through several examples where there are good transgenders and bad transgenders. Okay? Can we agree on that one?
Yeah.
There's good and bad. Alright?
Yeah, we can agree.
Yeah. So if you wanna, let's say let's use the baseline definition, right? Chameleon exposed. Yeah. That's what I should name that one. Chameleon exposed. When I put the list down there, I need to put the list down there. So there are good and bad. So I feel as though, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a discussion. That's why I invited you to the show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a transgender person that is actively pushing their ideology typically is going to act negative to anybody who is against that ideology for any sort of purpose. Typically, talking in a general sense. Would that be correct, IFI?
Yeah, those are the people I definitely don't want around.
Okay. Oh, and Chocolate in the chat, exactly where I was going with. A transgender person would be different to a transgender activist. I think activist is the word that needs to be there. Because like they keep complaining about, like they keep saying, like, well, you don't want to take the rights away from trans people that are just living their life. No, we don't. Just the ones getting in the way of our freedoms. But if you, yeah, so I think activist is the word that we need there at the beginning of that list. Would you concur?
Well, the reason why, mainly, I said transgender is because I have never seen, encountered, or heard of like a good transgender person in my life. Like, all I've seen of the community is just the bad ones, and that's why.
Kiwi, Kiwi from Yeen Queen. Oh God, what is her fucking Twitch? Let's see. Twitch, Kiwi, no, Yeen Vibes, twitch.tv/Yeen Vibes. Kiwi is a transgender male to female. I love her, she's great. She just doesn't want to get into the politics because everybody has different reasons. She's total leftist, but she's not extremist. We'll get into that definition either. She's total left wing, but she doesn't stop somebody from enjoying her stream if they're right wing. She just doesn't want to deal with the political bullshit. That's a good trans person I can recommend for you.
Yeah, I'd agree. And as I said, it's like, and it's almost like the same reason, like, why I created IFI too. It's that, like, all I've seen of the trans community is just the bad ones, like the annoying ones, the degenerates. Like, I never had a concept of a good trans person because I had never seen one. And like, that's why I created IFI, because it's like mainstream people, you know, normal people who aren't furries, all they've seen of the furry fandom is the bad examples, like that old ass video by internet historian on Rain for It.
Oh God, yeah, but that's one reason I invited you to the Silence Banter. I thought we were about the same in that, and I'm glad you confirmed that much. So we can agree, the top of this list, transgender activist would be the better term on this one, because activists largely are the loud ones getting in the way of our freedoms and showing people how dirty the fandom is.
And also saying that if you don't date them, they'll probably just kill themselves or, you know, shoot up a gas.
They probably will. Yeah.
The manipulation is what people are tired of. Like the suicidal empathy, the manipulation, all that, like all the word games are what people hate.
You want to know the funny thing about, like, we've talked about this several streams, the transgender suicide rate? It's over 50% now.
Yeah.
It's over 50%.
And
that's bad, actually.
Yeah, public service announcement. If you are transgender and you are suicidal, and you insist on doing it, take yourself out. Don't take any of us with you.
Yeah, don't be like the most recent shooter.
No, I prefer they get the mental health they need.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said, if you insist on doing it, I prefer they didn't. But if you absolutely insist, leave us alone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
My thoughts exactly.
If suicide's the only way out, I hate to be that guy, but just don't take anybody with you. You don't need to spread the pain in order to prove your existence. It's already bad enough that we had several friends this year and last year and the year before take their own lives. Now, whenever I make a trans friend, 50-50 chance that trans friend's gonna off themselves.
It's like, and on that point of, like, you know, just take yourself out and don't take anyone with you. It's like, it reminds me of Dylan Klebold, because it was like originally, you know, he just wanted to kill himself, but it was Eric that actually got him to shoot up the school with him.
Right.
Now, if we want to be metaphorical here, the trans activists are Eric Harris, and then the trans people that want to kill themselves are Dylan Klebold.
I see where you're going there. Like, bottom line, though, I feel as though activist just adds enough to be like, yeah, okay, we want to be ourselves. We don't want anybody to be forced to allow us to be ourselves. I think activist is definitely the operative word when it comes down to this. Okay. Moving on, baby fur, diaper fur. I agree. I agree to a degree. Same thing with fat fetishist, bara, therian, BDSMer, and pro shipper. Let's knock all those out real quick. So, I'm of the opinion. Go on.
No, you're first. You're the host.
Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, respecting my authority. Respect my authority. I have to play the South Park games on stream, by the way. Anyway, I think when it comes down to all of this, you're a furry. You're also a human being. You're gonna have your kinks, and if you're more of a kinky person, it's just a matter of like if it's any of the ones that I listed: baby fur, fat fetishist, bara. You know what? We'll take fat fetishist off there for a second, and baby fur off of there for a second. We'll come back to those because there's something to add on when it comes down to those two. But bara, BDSM or pro shippers, if you are doing it sans minors, you're fine. All right? In an appropriate space. Be an adult about it. Be an adult about it. If that is your thing, fine. Be an adult about it and don't make it everybody else's problem, especially in a space where kids could be. Do you agree? Is there anything you would like to add to that, IFI?
I agree, but there is things I would like to add.
Sure.
Mainly, it's like there's plenty of normal people in this community that don't want to see that type of art everywhere they look.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there needs to be some type of separation between, kind of vanilla art and then kind of more kinky art, right? It's like they should have their own space, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But like as long as they keep it to themselves and they don't really hurt anyone or do anything, bad with minors or anything like that,
right,
then they can just go and, go to their own little private space and do that.
Now,
but for everyone else, it kind of pollutes up the fandom. In fact, I don't know if any of you use Instagram or if you watch Instagram Reels a lot, but I do.
I haven't, but I don't use it.
And have any of you seen that one Bowser video?
Oh, is it sexual? Is it of a sexual nature?
Yeah, it's a video of
it's an adult
pretty much
nature.
Bowser
It's an
just
adult nature.
slapping his belly and farting. So.
Oh, okay, it's a fart fetish. Gotcha. Simple as that.
And
that's all the description needed on that one. Daddy Bowser is an icon in the furry community. Everybody loves Bowser in the furry community. He's the dad.
Yeah.
He's the dad. Dads wannabe. Anyway, but go on with the explanation. That video.
So it's like that video was all over Instagram for a few weeks, and well, actually no, Instagram trends last a lot longer. Like people were saying, "Nice try, Diddy," in the comments of every single advertisement they got. People were spamming "Nice try, Diddy," and they were doing it for a fucking year. And every ad for that entire year was filled with comments of "Nice try, Diddy." But anyways, that was off topic. Back to what I was saying. It's like, yeah, they can have that, but also I don't want that to represent the community. The community itself should have a clean, polished representation, because most people aren't into that. Okay, like a lot of people are vanilla, and so like, we need to respect those people too.
I agree. Okay, I agree with where you're going, but I disagree with the motive. Okay, so let me explain what I mean by that. I agree that the fandom should be seen as a little bit cleaner than what it is. We should be practicing decency, especially in public places. That's why convention centers are a little more hesitant these days to allow furry conventions. Hotels and stuff, because of all the shit that furries do, especially at cons. We need to behave more. And that goes for all of us, because one jackass could ruin it for the whole fandom. I totally get that.
One spoiled apple.
Yeah, one spoiled apple could ruin the whole bunch. What I disagree with is the motive there, because we are now viewed we are now, the social eye is on us. That is the motive, because people are getting more and more concerned about furries and looping us into the LGBT space and what, quote, freedoms, unquote, that a lot of members of that space who are very pro-sexuality put forward, when not all of us are like that. The generalization is furry equals sexual, because of what a majority of the fandom shows off. So I agree, we need to be a lot more decent. We need to have a lot more decency, especially in public places, especially in conventions. But I disagree that it's because these bad actors are getting there. I'm saying that these bad actors are doing this in public. Oh my god, Robot, I know you're very proud of that song that got 94 out of 120, but we need the smooth jazz, okay? Like, we're having a serious conversation here.
I love smooth jazz.
That's why I had Robot make a bunch of smooth jazz tracks so that we got piano in the background. Anyway, but that's where I'm saying we don't need... It's not a matter of these individuals being indecent. It's a matter of these individuals being indecent in the public eye. Because like it or not, furry is now super publicized because of social media. A majority of the fandom exists on social media. And if you are going to peddle that on social media, you need to take the active role in stopping minors from coming near your content. I've got no problem with you drawing furry porn, but keep it away from minors. Simple as.
I would take this one step further.
Okay, go on.
Furry is actually mainstream.
It is. It is. It is. And we're going to see an example of that at the end, because there's a really badass palette cleanser that I have that I'm like, the furry fandom needs to be doing this more. You know, like, there's a really cool one. But, like, I agree with you, Lysander, that furry is mainstream.
Well, furry is mainstream, but for the wrong reason.
Yes, so we need to have an active role in that being the right reason in order to unite the fandom a little bit better. We're not saying you don't get to have your kinks, but just practice them in a decent space. You know?
Yeah, and also it's like, you know, the main problem I have with it is when it's literally everywhere, it makes a lot of people who would probably otherwise join the fandom uncomfortable. But if it was kept in private spaces and we had more SFW, more polished art at the front lines of our spaces, people would be a lot more willing to accept or join the furry fandom if we just kind of kept all the kinky stuff in the background.
Right, and then then that goes to the discussion that I wanted to have about gatekeeping. All right,
And
so
speaking of, I have an art piece in progress.
Ooh, be sure to follow Lysander for that one. Anyway, the thing about I want to get to this. The thing about what you said there is people have made that effort, but on social media you can't police it as well. Like you have X accounts that have like the 18 and the cross out circle.
Yeah.
And it also says like do not inquire minors and all that. You know, you have that, but minors aren't going to listen to that.
Exactly. And that's why I am 100% on board with the idea of like governments and social media apps requiring ID verification for pornography. The only problem I have with that is you have to delete those IDs immediately.
That's where I would disagree. If there's any situation where the government is requesting my ID, I better have done something fucking illegal for them to care about my personal information. I do.
They already have that information.
They already do. But they
media.
want to be sure you have that information. That's the problem.
Well, it's
basically.
Well, it's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should delete your ID immediately after they get it.
Are they going to, though?
Either delete it
they really
or keep it in a secure place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are they really going to? I don't think they're going to. I highly doubt it.
Good point.
Yeah, so when it comes down to that, like, okay, I get ID verification. It has its merits, but I don't think that is the answer to this. I think when it comes down to it, I think a lot of the, and this is another point I wanted to bring up, on X especially, you have After Dark accounts. And After Dark accounts, when you follow them, they typically have privated follows so that they get a notification, oh, so-and-so wants to follow you. And then they check your account, and if you're a minor, they can say no. And block them. That's good. That's moderation right there.
Well, nothing is stopping a minor from just making a stock account.
Yeah, making
that
another
says they're an
account,
adult.
just viewing you privately. That's where those AD accounts need to remain locked, so that the public cannot see them and only followers can see them. That would be the only way it would work. But
Yeah.
X currently doesn't have that rule, and I think that's an efficient middle ground for where we're discussing on this. I can agree. I can't see a better one other than the ID thing, but that has its negatives, and I do not want that.
At the moment, the only thing we could theoretically control in the furry fandom are how conventions are run, basically. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Like how conventions hold their spaces.
Yeah, and a convention will kick you out for being a right-winger. You know, it's pretty bad. If you're an outright right-winger saying, like, God bless you and stuff like that, yeah, this person is offended. Oh, okay, we'll take care of him. You know, like, that's where
See,
some of
this
these
is my
conventions are
idea.
at.
I'm thinking that, like, we change the whole construct of how conventions are run. I'm thinking how to get the community more active rather than people who have the chair.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought is you would have guilds, say like an artist guild or like certain like subcultures that are represented. They pick someone to be on the chair, and then that chair can be picked to run conventions, like regional conventions. I think I had to talk about this with you.
I'd be happy about it. I'd be happy to, like, I would volunteer for a con if my responsibility was to check in people that the typical convention people would be fearful of and be like, why is this not something someone you want to check in? And they say, well, because they're a right winger, or because they're MAGA, or because this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, well then send them to my back room. I'll explain to them what some of the con staff does not like, and explain to them, hey, the con staff's gonna let you there, just same rules as anybody else. Don't be a nuisance. Simple as that. And if someone complains to you or complains about you being a nuisance and you feel as though you were falsely labeled, you find me and I will get your story and I will argue it. Simple as that. Like, the cons have to be fair as far as that's concerned, and largely the cons aren't fair when it comes down to that.
Hold on. Why are we pandering? Why are we pandering to these people? If I ran a convention, and somebody complained to me because they didn't like somebody's political beliefs and they were not.
Yeah, I would say tough shit.
Like they're not Dixie flag fursuit guy. I forget his name. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the Confederate flag. Yeah.
Like overt about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them to pound sand, and if they don't like it, then they can not come
back. Yeah, you don't like it? Leave. We already have your money.
That's easier because a lot of chair are probably agreeing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because the furry fandom is largely left leaning.
And this goes back to the echo chambers.
It's not only left leaning, it's libtard central.
Well, you see, the reason why I wanted to... So to answer your question, Lysander, why are we pandering to these people? Because a revolution has to start somewhere. And that means pushing the boundary as far as you can. Reasonably, if you have someone representing these people who mean no harm, but are being labeled as harm, then you already have your foot in the door. That's where it needs to start. Having your foot in the door and saying, well, hold on, this is unfair, here's why. And you gave me this power, I intend to use it.
Right. So here's the next question. How do you start a revolution without creating another FFA?
You start a fucking
Protest
furry
petition
talk
for
show on
local
Twitch.
politicians.
But no, that's what I'm talking about. How do you start a revolution without it becoming another dumpster fire like FFA was?
Without it becoming an echo chamber, or do you mean just people acting out?
A right wing echo chamber, but also, furry raiders and all the other.
Okay.
I'll say, don't include them. No. We're not going to include the furry raiders.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So that goes to the definition that you had me look up as far as infamy. If the people are infamous, then we have to question them individually. That way, because they know, okay, historically speaking, you have this on your record. Are you sure you're safe for this convention? Okay, we're going to trust you, but if there's an issue, I'm going to bring these up to you again. Do you need to follow the rules? And the rules need to not be in the favor of the con staff or the individual. It needs to be in favor of the venue that the con is held at.
Exactly.
All right? That's where it needs to be. Those are the ones that need pandering, not the con staff. The con staff need to be thanked for all the effort that they're doing, but they don't need to be pandered to as far as ideology, as far as I get more attention because I am pro-LGBT and blah, 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 blah. That's where we see it very rarely. But when it is documented, we have that evidence being like, hey, look at this. Fucking Pedro, for example. Fucking Bon Voyage. And the overly sensitive furries. That's where I hear what you're saying, Lysander, but we need to get our foot in the door as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
And it starts with, and I'm glad we were able to loop it back, with common decency when it comes down to these BDSMers and pro shippers constantly going away. Now, Bara, fat fetishist, diaper fur, same thing, but with a little bit more added to it. Bara, I think, is less, because you're talking about that's a kink of someone who's fit. Fitness is a good thing. It's a healthy thing. Fat fetishist,
Well, I mean,
baby fur, diaper fur.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between Bara and muscular man. It's like
Okay.
Bara is just like extremely oversized, and a lot of people don't like that.
Okay, so extremely oversized, like overly muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. We can put Bara in there, but if it's just like a fur who's fit.
But like muscular men, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay, just muscular.
Great
Okay.
show.
So yeah, again, we have to define these so that we're on the same page as far as definitions is concerned. But
I think the problem is they're all subjective.
Right.
This isn't going to work if they're all subjective.
Well, see, the thing is, these are not subjective, okay? Objectively speaking, Chaco, the Bara, overly muscular, okay, that's not good because you're tearing apart your own fucking muscle tissue to be over like that. Fat fetishes, okay, great. Have fun sucking down that fourth hamburger that causes you to have a fucking heart attack, you fat fuck. And the baby fur, diaper fur, I mean, we're talking about shit.
Well, on the fat fur thing, I can tell you from personal experience, it's all fun and games until you have a triple bypass.
Oh, yep. It is. It's all fun and games until you have a father who was overweight and died of of congestive heart failure. It's not good. It's not good, and that was a story from my real life. But this stuff that encourages grown adults, to be disgusting. I mean, shit. We all know about the diaper found in the fucking elevator at FWA, full, and a certain diaper fur saying, "I'm going to walk around, fill this thing, make everybody smell." Yeah, that's no. In public, no. Private.
Yeah, in private, do your own thing.
Do your own
but
thing.
in public, fuck no.
I have such a mixed such mixed emotions about baby furs in general, because it's like
there's very few decent ones, but it's so hard to find the decent
ones.
ones.
Just says yuck. I don't want anything to do with that.
Right. It's very hard to find the decent ones that have that kink, but don't push it on someone. It's really difficult.
Okay. So while I was on Twitter with this list, I've been seeing like a lot of like drama with it, of course, like on the left wing, but also on the right wing side of the fandom. I think most of the concern was how IFI, talking to you personally, you do follow some of these people on Twitter, and they were calling you out on your hypocrisy. Like, say, Diesel, of course. He was an infamous baby fur who was exiled from the conservative fur community for his rampant fetishes and his over-sexualization.
And then he was...
Yeah, I saw some of that, but I thought it was just rumors, because I never saw anything about diapers on
he was public,
page.
very public and outspoken about it.
Yep.
Very.
That was real, and he was pushing it. He's got no place because the left hate him for being a conservative.
And then the conservatives exiled him as well. He was exiled and excluded to his own bubble. I was a part of that.
Yep. That's how that's how that one worked in that particular thing. As far as everything else on this list, we have Therian. Okay, well that's just part of your persona, typically. Leftist. Okay, defining leftist. We went through this actually in the thread.
Yeah, we had a bit of a
it's a
small chat
compound
about
word
it.
that means left-wing extremist. We're not saying that you don't get to be a left-winger in the furry fandom, but we are saying you don't get to be an extremist in the furry fandom.
And you also don't get to, gatekeep everyone just because they have a different opinion than you. And your tiny little brain believes that because someone has a different opinion than yours, then that person is literally Hitler.
Right.
I suggest no political extremism should be allowed at all, left or right. It's all dangerous.
Exactly.
We all agree on that
exactly.
one. No extreme, no politicization.
Can I be an extreme libertarian? Like, I
only if you keep it to yourself.
I want to take over the world. No, I want to take over the world so I can leave you alone.
You want to take over the world so you can leave me alone? Tell you what,
taking over the world doesn't sound very libertarian.
For you,
Lysander. Okay.
No, but take over the world so I can leave you alone.
Tell you what, Lysander, for you...
I've seen the jokes of extreme libertarians wanting to cut down the age consent.
Oh, wow.
Those are the
But for Lysander's point, I'm going to draw a circle in the sand. That is the world for you. That is your world, and you can leave me alone by stepping in that circle. There you go.
Okay.
That works. Is Therian listed to just out posers? Jared Gamer Freak asks. What do you think, IFI? Is Therian listed just to out posers in your list?
Just to what?
To out the posers in the furry fandom?
Yeah, because Therians are definitely posers, and they also do a lot of damage to this fandom's mainstream reputation, because they're not furries. They're literally people who spiritually believe they're animals, and that's just.
No, that's.
It's weird.
Kin.
I mean, you can do it on other kin.
Hold up.
You're talking about other kin, not Therian.
Okay, so would otherkin not be Therian? Okay, so this is where we need definitions.
No. Otherkin, they can stay out of the fandom too.
Okay, so
hold on. I thought otherkin were like fairies and mythical creatures, not necessarily animals.
Yeah, that's where they get their name from. They literally believe they're animals or creatures spiritually trapped in a human's body.
Exactly.
Right, okay. But I thought the differentiation between Therian and otherkin was fantasy creatures versus animals.
So okay,
well, Therian,
you can probably put that
whatever
idea
you want.
above other things.
No, as a
Okay.
middle ground here, guys. As a middle ground, I think what we need to do, as far as Therian, we need to describe it as someone who acts like an animal, even though they are a human.
Well, I would personally believe Therians and other kin, they have a delusion of being something that they're not. And this fandom is centered around anthropomorphic art, and anthropomorphic art has nothing to do with delusion.
See, this is where I wish Faldova was here, because she's Therian. And she could kind of like describe her experience, and we could make a definition from that. But okay, so I agree. If you have the mental delusion that you think like, okay, so I'm a hyena, all right? That I think I'm actually a hyena.
Is this
spiritually.
someone being a hyena, or you identifying as a hyena?
Yeah. Okay.
There's a clear difference.
Okay, so as long as you are not identifying as the animal you think you are in public. Like, it's okay for... Because when you say spiritually believing, my mind goes to, okay, religiously speaking, they think they're an animal. And we like the Constitution here. They get to believe that they are without making it everybody else's problem.
If you want to put this into like perspective, if someone thinks they're God, we put them in a padded room.
Well, and the thing is, it's like, I think what we need to do is we just really need to define that Therians are not furries, and furries are not Therians, and there may be some Therians in the fandom, and if you're a furry, you have every right to avoid them. If you don't want to be with Therians, you have every right to avoid them, and the Therians in this fandom are not going to shove anything in your face.
So
yeah, it's like a Venn diagram, basically.
Yeah, so there are furries that are Therians, there are Therians that are not furries. As far as the Therians that are furries, as long as they are giving themselves, they're not trying to, they're not. But see, then we go into what gatekeeping is good gatekeeping. All right, I think good gatekeeping involves saying that, okay, if you're a Therian, as long as you're not trying to make me believe that you're a Therian, we can interact. But if you are telling me to treat you, if you think you're a dog, and you're telling me to treat you like a dog, I'm not going to treat you like a dog. It's not going to fucking happen.
That's just like pronouns.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's just like pronouns.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're going to treat, okay, so then we can agree on this. If you're going to treat your Therian outlook of life as you have to do this, then you don't belong in the fandom. If you're going to treat this as this is just me and this is just a detail about me that you can like or hate, this is who I am, I self-validate as far as that's concerned, then you're fine.
Exactly.
Okay. Awesome. We came to a middle ground. Therian is just furry pronouns. And last but not least, certainly not least, pedophile zoophile. This goes hand in hand with the what's good gatekeeping and what's bad gatekeeping. Now, I'm gonna say something here. People are gonna fucking hate me for it, but it's fact. And I hate that it's fact. This is where good gatekeeping comes in, because we don't want these people in the fandom. We do not want pedophiles. We do not want zoophiles.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me say that first. Let me put that at the top. Okay? I don't want these people in the fandom. I don't want pedos and zoos in the fandom. These highlighted ones right here. We don't want them. They don't belong here.
I'm all for metaphorical crucifixion.
This is where good gatekeeping can come in. Here's the thing. Gatekeeping only comes in when it comes down to undesirable parts of the fandom, say that again.
Undesirable
Being
parts of the
part
fandom.
of the fandom. So, by
Are we suggesting they are part of the fandom by doing that?
By definition, that would mean these pedos and zoos are furries. We just don't want them to be. See, I told you nobody would like that fucking opinion. Like, nobody would like that
This
stance.
is what a crucifixion comes
No,
from.
I support it. I mean, these people should be gate kept, all of them.
They should be gate kept. If you were doing something like this, you know what? With pedophile zoophile, why don't we add grapers? Why don't we add killers? Why don't we add murderers? Why don't we add assaulters? And I don't mean just sexual assault, I mean physical assault as well. Previous criminals. You know, stuff like that. It's a terrible thing to do, but by definition...
Violent offenders, I think it's a good thing.
By definition, I'm saying if you are going to gatekeep these people, you unfortunately have to have the double-edged sword and acknowledge that they're furries in the first place in order to get them out of the fandom. So all the people saying they're not furries.
Absolutely.
They are, that's why they're the problem.
You have to identify the problem and then solve it.
Yes. So
identify where the problem is coming from.
If they weren't furries, there wouldn't be a
problem. You cannot just put a blanket over something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there weren't pedos and zoos in the fandom, then guess what? They're not a problem because they're not in the fandom. The problem is they are what they are. And if they are identifying as a furry and they fall under that as well, that's where gatekeeping is positive. Get them out of the fandom. So you understand where I'm coming from here. You have to have them, like they have to be part of the problem in order for you to do something.
No, I agree even.
All right, cool. So now we get to go for the word of the day, notoriety, because of course I'm gonna scroll down IFI.
Oh boy.
Of course I am.
This is what I was waiting for.
Okay, basically keeping out the entire community. Got it. So actually, can I zoom in a little bit? I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, basically keeping out the entire community. Got it. Also, why trans people? I get Zoopedo like that should be mandatory. Why keep out transgenders? You put great question. I think going and shooting up a Catholic school and kill 2 kids is a pretty bad thing to do.
Okay, what the fuck is that?
Here's this.
You're gonna make assumptions?
Here we go. Majority of mass shooters, including school shooters, are straight white men, by the way.
Mentally ill. Always quote mentally ill.
Mentally ill. That is the key word. Mentally ill, but nobody is saying mentally ill on this one. This is our discussion. What did transgender people do? Let's see here. They push their agenda towards everyone on the internet being highly annoying about it. They indoctrinate children. Every time, let me put this. Let me preface this. The bad ones. I always say that 100% of the population isn't entirely innocent. The bad ones indoctrinate children. The bad ones have shot up Christian schools for disagreeing with them. The bad ones constantly post violent rhetoric. Need any more examples? You know. Oh, there's Chaco. Hey, Chaco.
Hi.
Bro has people with over 1,000 followers commenting. Jesus, you scored with this one. What is considered a leftist by chance? Communist, anarchist, Antifa. Fair enough. Cool. There's a MAGA furry in here. Everybody follow Fargo 87306455101. I'm sure you can type all of that and memorize those numbers. Apollo, Demi, why? Apollo, milk. 16 followers. You ain't got motion, Bubba. Get a job. Apollo, if you were here, you would understand what we just went through. There's Pip. I can agree with everything except the leftist one, which was... Here's the big one right here, Colby. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. I'll hypnotize you well enough if I keep this on the screen.
By the way, I just want to warn you to watch out because a couple of scat fetishist replies. So if you don't want to see that, just be careful.
We'll stop it, Rex Jaws, because, clearly this is a trans rights activist. We already went through saying those are bad. Define what human rights a transgender doesn't have. Okay, this I wanted to look at. All right, this I wanted to look at because it would put me on the list as far as the TQ of the LGBT. So here we go. Okay, bet. Getting out of the house and walking on the streets is not a right. It's not a right. It's a privilege that you get if you are innocent. Alright? Showing IDs to buy something without getting something snarky out of it. People are assholes. People are assholes. They're allowed to be assholes.
Yeah.
Alright? They are allowed to be If you're the one looking mannish in a fucking dress, of course they're gonna look weird at you. That's where you have to validate yourself. You have to say, swear I'm not wasted. White men, he misgendered them.
If you're gonna look controversial, you can't complain about people staring at you.
Thank you, Lysander. I couldn't have put that better. I could not have put that better. Moving on. Going to the bathroom they align themselves with without getting hate crime for it. By the way, I don't want to hear they're attacking children shit, because all I've heard was CIS people beating up trans people in the bathroom. No, you didn't. You heard that women were uncomfortable with men in their bathroom.
Yeah, and as I said, it's offensive to literally everyone who looks at objective reality. They are biological men. Most transgender, quote-unquote, women dangle. It's just a fact.
Yeah, it's just a fact, okay? You can't feel a certain way. That goes to passing. You have to pass. You have to pass, because the first thing anybody's going to fucking look at, or the first thing anybody's going to do when they're judging another person based on first meeting him is how they look. If you look passing, good. But chances are a woman would not feel safe if a bearded man in a dress came into a bathroom.
Well, that's the thing here. I don't think even trans people that pass should go into the women's restroom, and here's why. The main thing I'm concerned about that is that when you're looking at objective reality, a man intentionally going into a woman's only bathroom is morally wrong. And since I look at objective reality with biological sex, it is a biological man going into a woman's only bathroom, which is morally wrong. And that doesn't change whether they pass or not.
I agree. It's morally and legally
There are
wrong.
laws about this. It's not just morally, but also legally wrong.
Yes.
Because you don't know the guy, and these are specific spaces. They're meant for certain individuals, which people need to adhere to. This is laws in many states and many federal agencies. You need to abide by social standards.
Okay, and I agree with you,
when they
but
are
therein lies.
This isn't moral. This is law.
Therein lies, because
and
I can understand where you guys are coming. Let me just get this out real quick. I can understand where you guys are coming from, and I agree with you. There is a moral and legal standard. It's fucking creepy if these people are going to do this. That's why I say you have to pass perfectly, because there's a such thing. You know how some crimes don't get reported? Well, if they're literally just going in there and using the bathroom, and they pass so perfectly that they fool all the women in there, then I don't see a problem if they're not starting a scene. But every single time when a scene is started, you're not fucking passing well enough. You're looking like a fucking creep. Stay out of their bathroom.
Yeah, and of course my opinion is slightly different, because yes, a person perfectly passing might not disturb anyone.
That's why with the Silence Banter, we're allowed to disagree on this show.
Yeah, but still, from my standpoint, it's still morally and legally wrong, and they shouldn't do it. And even if it was just morally wrong, they still shouldn't do it. And because my stance is, this is America. You have the right to be immoral, because we have the First Amendment, we have the Constitution here. But don't be surprised when people look down on you for being immoral.
Exactly. People are assholes and they're allowed to have their own views. That's why I say, like, you know, like someone, what is it? Let's see, going to the bathroom, they align themselves without getting hate crime for it. Dude, if you're not fucking passing, then you're clearly offending someone in public. Possibly not being able to go to the hospital and get a job and such, depending where they live. Okay, hold on. No, you get to go to the hospital. Medical transition is a majority of what the trans ideology promotes. You get to go to the hospital. What the fuck is this? I know what that is. It goes hand in hand with Steve Day versus the ACLU. Shit. It goes hand in hand with Steve Day versus the ACLU here. You want people to pay for your transition. Don't sugarcoat it and say, oh, I can't go to the hospital for being trans. No, you get to go to the hospital for being trans. You just got to pay for it. And get a job. Like, you get to get a job. But the thing is, a lot of employers won't hire a trans person because they can see issues that has nothing to do with the fucking job.
Yes. Well, and also it's like with them getting a surgery, you know, as a person who believes that people can use psychedelics for their own, you know, recreational purposes or spiritual purposes legally, I don't believe psychedelics should be scheduled. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because people should be able to use most drugs or get most procedures done as long as they're fully aware of the consequences that could happen.
Yep. I agree. And also, I'm going to add one more on top of that. If they're a grown adult.
And as long as they're consenting adult.
If they're an adult.
If they're a grown-ass adult, they can do things to their own body. I don't care.
Right.
Leave the kids out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And he says, I can go on, but Colby at Rex Jaws, I don't want you to go on because it's clear you have no realistic sense of the reality that everybody else is living in. You just want the trans reality on that one.
Exactly.
Hate to tell you, but my man here in the space, IFI, knows what the fuck he's talking about. Okay? There's certain things that you have to acknowledge when you are talking about, when you are in society. Everybody has rights. It's not just everybody has to follow your rights. You have to respect their rights as well. And it can't be one-sided. It can't. This is why the stream is called, episode 8 of the Silenced Banter is called The Preferables. Because you would prefer that there is that these people be a special sect of people. That's not how life works. That's not how it works. We all have the same rights. And let's move on here, because the preferables here has to do with this one. With Colin Rugg, a right-winging person, mentioned that the Punjabi fucking guy that made an illegal U-turn and killed 3 people in the giant fucking truck. Remember that story?
Yeah. Yeah, it pissed me the fuck off.
There's some retards who have signed a petition, a total amount, I don't know if I should say, am I allowed to say retard on Twitch? Fuck it, I did it. 1,653,690 signatures, more than that, to give this bitch what? Consider alternative sentencing options such as restorative justice measures, counseling, or community service, aligning with both accountability and compassion, unquote, for making an illegal U-turn that killed 3 people?
It's like the exact same thing with the black kid who stabbed the white guy at like that high school like sports thing.
Oh fuck! What was his name? Carmelo Anthony.
He's a fucking murderer.
He's a murderer.
And it's the same thing with Shiloh Hendricks too. It's like it's like no, it's like I'm outraged that she called the kid a slur for doing nothing wrong. The kid wasn't being antagonizing. He wasn't doing anything wrong to them. He was just kind of walking around near them, but he wasn't being antagonizing towards them.
Right.
You know, right? It's the difference between the Scottish girl who pulled out the fucking knife and the axe, right? It's like she was defending herself.
She was defending herself. We got that. We got that in these ending experts as well. But the thing is, like, a lot of these people don't realize they're also arguing for that's an illegal immigrant. That's an illegal.
Exactly.
That's one reason why they're signing. That's an illegal.
Yeah, I think we hunt down all the petition signers.
God damn! You know what? I just stupid, dumb, retard, idiot, ignoramus. There's too many words for these people, and I really want better ways to fucking call these guys out. Luckily for you guys, you're watching the Silence Banter. There's definitely other ways to call people stupid. Listen to this guy.
Never say you're stupid. I think all the petition hunters should be tracked down, apprehended, and then sent back to a special ed classroom.
They need to be given. They need to be given a mental test to see if they're in a good way. I think
because they can sign a petition, they can vote, and that's really fucking scary.
Right. That's but yeah. So I want more and better ways to call someone stupid. This guy's got my answers.
Never say you're stupid. It is far too rude.
It is far too rude.
Far
to
too blunt. If you wish to sound more elegant, use one of these better alternatives. Number one, I should not wish to fatigue your mind with particulars.
Ooh, that's a good one. I should not wish to fatigue your mind with particulars. That's a good one. I should not wish to fatigue your mind with particulars. Okay, that's Victorian English. How about aristocratic English?
Number two, I should not trouble you with matters of complexity.
I should not trouble you with matters of complexity. That's a good one. Let's learn. Guys, come on together. Let's learn how to creatively call someone an idiot. Let's do that. This is a good mental exercise right here.
Number three, it is plain you speak from the heart rather than the head.
It is plain you speak from the heart rather than the head. That is rather gentlemanly. I like that English. It is plain you speak from the heart rather than the head.
Number four, you have the enviable gift of simplicity.
You have the enviable gift of simplicity. I like that one. And sarcastic English.
Number five, I admire your confidence in the absence of knowledge.
I admire your confidence in the absence of knowledge. I like that. I like that. So yeah, there's 5 ways to call someone an idiot, but be elegant about it. I was gonna say this. I was gonna listen to this one from the old conservative. I can't remember what his thing is, but 1913 definitely is when everything went to shit. Here's something. The FBI lied to you again. You don't fucking say.
Huge. Armed citizens stopped 48% of all criminal shooters last year, and the FBI was just caught massively lying about those numbers in the
FBI lies about numbers that make the common man look good? You don't fucking say. You don't fucking say. Next. Oh, here it is. Here's the girl that you were talking about, Iffy.
You have a 12-year-old girl feeling like she has to carry around a knife, and there's a grown man going up to her, videoing her, and her sister is shouting, "Don't touch my little sister, she's 12." This is Europe. This is happening in Europe.
Yep. Let's not lie about it. This is a silence banter because we're talking about things that people don't want to talk about. And minors in Europe
a snippet from a video
are not
on
feeling
X.
safe.
I can't show it on Instagram or it'll be taken down. But that little girl has gone viral, and I'm sure there's people wondering why she felt that way. I want to show you a video now where a woman describes one case. This is one case out of thousands.
Instead of doing that, I'm just going to read. As a teenager, I was taken to various houses and flats above takeaways in North England to be beaten, tortured, and forced upon over 100 times. It was called a white slag and white I guess cunt is the word that they censored there. As they beat me. Guys, England and Europe has fallen from grace. I agree, swear I'm not wasted. Also sue California for the driver's license to the fucking Punjabi. Anyway, but yeah, Europe has fallen from grace, guys. Europe is just, it's terrible.
How long you had a man?
But this girl gives me hope.
What's your age?
22.
Are you single?
No.
How long you had a man?
5 years.
And how long have you had a baby?
She's almost 2.
Was it with him or with somebody else?
Him.
Loyal woman. That's what we don't have anymore. We don't have loyal women like this one.
How much does he have to make to take care of you and your daughter?
At least 1,000 a month.
1,000 a month?
Food, groceries, car insurance, diapers, wipes.
Now, how much would you say a man has to make annually to take care of a family of 3?
Annually for a family of 3. Any guesses? Point for the game. Annually for a family of 3, how much does a man have to make in order for his family to be comfortable? Any guesses on what this woman's gonna say?
$30 an hour.
$30 annually, Lysander.
Oh, annually. Okay, 60,000.
60,000.
I would say 80,000.
60,000, 80,000. This is great because you're both from 2 separate coasts. All right. So apparently there's a $20,000 difference between the coasts. Jared Gamer Freak says 40. Swear I'm not wasted says 70K. I'm gonna say 30K.
Actually, I'm gonna change my answer to 120K.
120K. Gaito says 100K.
I mean, to buy a house and live comfortably, 120K. That's what I believe.
Let's see what this lady says for her family of 3.
Annually, overall, at least 30 grand.
30 grand a year. I nailed it. I get the point for the game.
A year.
On just a baby? Or
Every expense you would need for a stay-at-home mom and a child.
Every expense you need for a stay-at-home mom and a child, 30K. People get government subsidies for their kids on top of the salary. 30K is too low. Is Europe even cheap? I don't know, man. But yeah, this lady's like, yeah, he's earning for us, and I love him. But guys, this is why the Preferables is the stream, because there's some people trying to make society better that aren't preferred.
The American in Paris who was electrocuting pickpocketers by letting them steal a decoy booby-trapped wallet.
Okay, so this American, around the time of the Olympics, right? Because the Olympics happened in France. This American showed up with a bunch of booby-trapped wallets, left them places for pickpocketers to fucking pocket, and recorded them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to how many wallets were
Has
taken.
been stopped by police.
He's
While
been
the police
stopped by
did
police.
admire his work of
police
electrocuting
admired it.
pickpocketers with a battery-powered
still-
wallet, they did confiscate all of his 30 wallets that were on him.
30 wallets. He booby-trapped 30 wallets that were on his person when he was arrested. Why? Because their hospitals, thanks to universal health care, were overstaffed. We're overtaken. We're too many patients went in, reporting irregular heartbeats. You want to know what this American had to say for himself?
Circles around the Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
While I metaphorically walk circles around these pickpocketers. The American said that while the hospital might be a little overburdened, at least the pickpocketers aren't out on the street, and so these people like me who are visiting the Olympics can walk around with more peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. That's why you don't fuck with Americans. We'll make you pay for it. Other people are now walking around peace of mind.
Damn straight.
During the Olympics. Because he sent 30 pickpocketers to the fucking hospital by booby-trapping wallets, and they would have been just fine if they left the goddamn wallet where it was. That's why you don't fuck with Americans.
Exactly.
There's preferables. Let me tell you, there are preferables. I'm gonna pause the jazz in the background.
I wonder how many of the 30 people who got shocked were Romanians.
I wonder. Foreigners in France. I do wonder. But let me tell you, there are good preferables and bad preferables, and this is a very good preferable. Listen to this saxophone being played in a tunnel. I want you, if you're listening to anything, I want you to mute. Let me zoom back out real quick. I want you to mute anything else you're listening to during the stream. I already turned the background music off. Let's listen to some of the most amazing sounds, and all this is a saxophone being played into a tunnel. That was fucking gorgeous. And all it was playing a saxophone down a tunnel. There's a homeless man on the other side of that tunnel going to sleep. Being lullabied by the saxophone. You know what else is a preferable? Generating electricity with just walking on the street. Check out what Japan's got going on. Japanese streets. And they're generating electricity. Just by walking. If you've ever been to some of these Japanese cities, they walk everywhere.
Yeah.
I have the sudden urge to listen to Billie Jean.
Yeah, pressure plates that are generating electricity. Japan has it all. But guys, this brings us to... Oh, wait, hold on. We still have a couple of preferables. This brings us to one person that made himself a preferable. Actually, one animal that made himself a preferable. A male guinea pig named Randy broke into a female-only enclosure and impregnated all 100 of them.
God damn.
No wonder his name is Randy. That guinea pig probably went in there.
I mean,
do I make you horny, baby? Do I make you Randy? Yeah.
you know, that reminds me. Have any of you heard the song Big Dick Randy?
Big Dick Randy, yes!
Yeah, Big Dick Randy.
That's Big Dick Randy. He went in there like, I'm the only one with a dick. Come on, ladies. And when one lady saw what was going on, they lined up. Oh, man. So we can understand that guinea pig prices are going down now. So if you're looking for a pet, you know, look for the guinea pig named Randy. He's probably looking to avoid the child support on this one. Oh, but then we go to the ultimate X-bit of the preferables. I already went in on that one. Let me see. I already went in on that one. Oh, that's where it was. Okay, the preferables, because of what happened here. So this person, clearly previously Muslim, right? They know exactly what they're going on. Here's the preferables coming in.
Whosoever believes in him will not perish.
Ah, there it is. Palestine flag. There it is. There it is. A pro-Palestine person getting in the way of this person trying to make a good message.
Excuse me, my dear. Hold on a minute. I'm making a video. So, free Palestine from Islam and from Hamas.
Boom! Using your flag as the fucking prop for your video against Palestine.
Free Palestine from Islam and from Hamas. The Islam is the
from Islam and from Hamas.
Religion of Satan, the devil, and free Palestine.
And so here's what they're doing. You are not preferred, so we're going to get in the way of recording your video.
Free Palestine from Islam.
We're going to try to shut
Hamas,
you up. You are not
and
preferred.
everything will be fine. Don't touch
You
me.
are
Don't touch
not
me.
one of the
So free
preferables.
Palestine from Islam
You are not allowed
and Hamas.
to be saying
Islam
to free
is the cult
people
religion
from Islam.
of Satan, the
Calling it a
devil.
cult. You're not allowed to
and
say
these
that.
people are lost in
You
the
are
cult
not
religion of
preferable,
Satan,
and this
the
lady's
devil.
not shutting
So
up.
this woman is
This lady
coming
is
to
not
ask
shutting
for
up.
freedom for Palestine. I ask freedom
You are not
for Palestine
preferable, woman.
from Islam
Look at my
and
Palestine
Hamas.
flag.
God
You are
bless
not
you all.
preferable.
Israel, we pray for you.
So, yeah, more Israel, Palestine, neither of them are preferable in my eyes. So, these are the preferables. You have to have a side if you are one of the preferables. Luckily for you, if you're a fan of the show, you're part of the Silence Banter. If you're a friend of the show, you are not one of the preferables, but you are definitely preferred over a lot of the people that want you to be.
And incidentally, on that situation, when God is ready to sort out that land situation, He's going to come down and do it.
He'll do it.
I've read the book.
It's a religious land. Let God take care of it. And you may now consider yourself part of the conversation.
He's going to come down at the end, and He's going to take care of it.
Yep. I got a few palate cleansers, and I do have a game. But let's go through the palate cleansers real quick. So these dogs are waiting to eat their food, but they're waiting for their friend. They're waiting for their friend to get to his food. Look at that turtle crawling by. Look at that turtle crawling by. He finally gets the food. Everybody chows down. Good dogs. Good dogs.
Very good doggo.
Very good doggo. All dogs is good boys. So here we go.
They ate the turtle.
Now we have we have a virtual aquarium, right? This is interesting. So you get to make your own fish. You get to color in on your own fish. Choose your own fish to be put in the tank, and you get to see that species of fish go into the tank. Well, look what this person does. Paint your parrotfish. Put the word poop on it. I'm done. Now it swims off. They're looking for it. They're looking for it. There it is. Whoop. They euthanized the whole tank.
God damn.
All the fish went away. All the fish went away.
Talk about one rotten apple, or in this case, one stinky apple.
I wish I had a coworker like this dog at my old job. Check it out. Backing in, truck. Okay. Truck stops. Right, so you push, he's nudging the ramp, getting the ramp to fall. Get it down in there. Get it down in there. Get it. Get down, you ramp. Get down. Good doggo. Good doggo. The next one.
He was making sure he wasn't taking no chances.
He wasn't taking any chances with it. He was jumping on that ramp. This is the Cracker Barrel guy.
Calvin Klein said being morbidly obese was cool. Then Nike used a man in leggings to sell women's clothes. They must think we're fools. Go,
I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but
go broke.
but that's the message of the song. Someone made a country song. Go woke, go broke about Cracker Barrel's Uncle Herschel coming back to the barrel. Oh, and then there's this one. I think I did this one on the last show, but fuck it, it's funny. It's Hallelujah, but with a bit of different.
I like big butts, I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When around things in your face, you get sprung.
I'm not gonna do too much of that, but I agree. Next. This woman doesn't get paid enough. Look at what she's doing with Bubbles. She's just playing with Bubbles. She's getting paid for it. Guys, I'm in the wrong business. I bet this lady makes twice my paycheck. All right. Oh, and you remember the Walmart shrimp story from last week, guys? You guys remember the Walmart shrimp story?
Yeah. Well, I missed him.
Oh, someone made a song about this one. Go get it.
I fed my children.
Radioactive shrimp.
What did I give?
It's not a haunted house. It's a Walmart. It's not a bag. It's a radioactive shrimp. It's not a treat bag. It's a radioactive shrimp in a bag for great value. It's not a piece of candy. It's a radioactive shrimp. Okay, but it's not a broom. It's a radioactive shrimp.
That something just ain't right.
It's not an ice cream cone. It's a radioactive shrimp. It's not a sun. It's a radioactive shrimp. Someone had to do it. Oh, by the way, pro-bacon message. We love bacon.
Ooh, eating bacon in the morning reduces the chances of you marrying a 6-year-old by 98%. There are 50 Muslim countries around the world. Why the fuck would you move to the West if you want to live under Sharia law?
That's a pro-bacon message, and I'm here for it. All right, we got two more. Oh, remember how we said Japanese people have a lot of fun, especially in the fandom? Check this out.
大师有人溺水了！
Someone is
脚
drowning.
踏车骑不动啊！不要逆身这里过不去啊！
帮助他。Help him. Whoosh. Whoa! There's the bike. Bike's out of here. He just, I don't know what the fuck he's doing now. He's just crawling across the fucking on hands. And then AI happens, and he flies off on a two-headed pig. And someone's like, what the fuck? I wanted to show that because I didn't know what the fuck was going on there. But the last one, this is the cool thing. Okay, we need to do this more in the furry fandom. They made a little boy's dinosaur dream come true by making a lifelike raptor costume. Look at this shit. This is... I would be so happy as that kid.
God damn.
Check this out. Oh my goodness. Look at that raptor. So the kid is handicapped and has to walk with a walker, you know? Check it out.
Give her a nice pet. You can give her a kiss.
Can she put her chin on your head? She really loves when... Oh, that's when she really loves you.
Oh, look at that! The kid has a raptor resting its chin on its head.
Oh my god.
Look how
that's adorable.
it is! That's so cute!
Dude,
Look at
you
this!
have-
think that one's a little too big for the toy box.
That one's a little too big for the fuck you say? So the kid's doing a roar. What do you think the raptor's gonna do? Oh, that's so cool! That's so cool! It roars! And now you can kind of see the grown-up's legs next to the raptor's legs. But, like, this kid is having so much fun in Imaginary Land. He has a pet raptor that roars. And the pet raptor loves him.
You want her to roar?
Oh my god.
Everyone say Jurassic Park.
That's so cool. Look at that fucking picture. This is what we need to be doing in the furry fandom. I propose that all dinosaur furries get onto this.
You know, that reminds me. I actually saw like a video of Japanese furries actually like I think like there was these like school children on a field trip, and a bunch of fucking Japanese furries came out to entertain them. It was adorable.
Ah, we need more stuff like this in the fandom.
Exactly.
We need more stuff like this in the fandom. Holy shit! But yeah, guys, that is that's all the that's all the palate cleansers. I have a game if you want to play.
Wait. Mind if I interrupt here real quick?
Hmm?
Mind if I ask something real quick?
Sure.
Can we go over the fucking guy that posted the fuck off Nazi art in response to my post and everybody fucking clowned on him?
Well, I mean, I will, here's what I will do. Your post, what, with the list, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I will say no because this show is, I'm trying to make this a 3-hour show. We are 6 minutes over, but I don't mind playing the game quick. But, what I will do is I will copy the link and I will throw it in my Twitch chat right now, and you guys can see all the stuff that IFI got fucking hammered about.
Oh, bro, like that's the thing. It's like they have an attention span of gnats. I swear to God, it's like
they suck.
It's like they were on my ass constantly for like 3 days, and then they just quit. And like the thing I think that made them quit was getting fucking clowned on for that stupid fuck off Nazi art. Like I literally like reposted a response to it, just mocking them. Like that shit had me dying.
Edit the show in post-production. I may do that, Jared. These get uploaded to the secondary YouTube channel, so I may do that. I may do that post-production. But guys, I have a game, and it is a game that we played on the stream, but I altered it a little bit because people wanted to be fucking fancy about shit. So I think I have a less fancy thing. We're gonna play 6 things and some sauce. It's where I give you a subject matter. You have to give me 6 things, but I have secretly written down 3 things of that subject matter. And you have to avoid saying those 3 things that I will reveal after your 6 things. But if you say the sauce that I put, no points for that round. And if you match one of the things I said, you get -1 point. How many gamers we got out there? We got 2 people speaking right now in the live studio audience. You want to play, Lysander? You want to play IFI?
Sure.
Okay,
I'll play.
Lysander, you want to play? You want to play IFI, Iffy?
Sorry, what game?
It's called 6 Things and Some Sauce. I have listed 3 things of the subject matter of which that I'm going to give you, and you have to give me 6 of those things in the subject matter. You get -1 point for everything I said, but you're also going to give me a sauce. And if I said that sauce for that round, you get no points for that round.
What is a sauce?
Like, you know, like dressing and ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know, condiments. I should have said some condiments.
Yeah. I just know a different definition of sauce from fucking Instagram reels. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, okay, so it's, oh god. Alright, so let's play 6 things and some sauce if you want to play IFI.
Yeah, I'll play.
Alright, IFI is in. Anybody else in the live studio audience that wants to play, go ahead and request speaker, and we will play 6 things and some sauce. Jared's like, mustard! Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either. Alright, I think we're going to go with the Lysander versus IFI for this one. Let's play 6 things and some condiments. I want to play somehow from the chat. Alright, you know what, Gaito? Because this is a thing where you won't know until I say it, fine. Anybody in the Twitch chat, if you want to play, give me a 1. Let's do that. Give me a 1 if you are in the Twitch chat and you want to play. Let's do that. Alright, Kaito's in. Alright. Anybody else from the live studio audience or from the chat that want to play? Jared's in. Okay. Jared's in. Alright, we have 4 players. So let's play 6 things and some condiments. Alright, round 1. Here's what I'll need from everybody in round 1. I will need 6 United States in America. 6 of the states. Alright? Go ahead and list them in the chat. Go ahead and write them down if you are in the live studio audience. However you want to submit them.
Okay,
However you want to submit them. Because I will be judging your lists.
Can't I just say them out loud? Or
You can say them out loud. Just gather your list together.
okay.
Yeah.
So are we supposed to not duplicate anybody?
You are not supposed to duplicate me. I have secretly written 3 states. And you are hoping not to fall into that landmine so that you can keep all your points. Because everybody starts with 6 points, and you get 1 less point if you say one of the states that I've written down. But if you say the sauce that I've written down for this round, you get no points for the round.
Okay.
So, okay, Gaito already has 6 there. Let me see.
All right. So
I got my 6.
All right, I'm locked in.
Okay, we are waiting for Jared to get his 6 states in the chat. In the meanwhile time, Lysander, give me your states. Oh, and a sauce, Gaito, and a sauce. Or and a condiment, I guess I should say. Gotta put a condiment down, too. So, what do you think, Lysander? What you got?
Okay, I'm going South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey.
2.
Alaska.
3.
Montana.
4.
Vermont.
5.
And Hawaii.
6. Okay, that's your 6. All right, IFI, you got your list?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I got Washington, not to be confused with Washington, D.C., the one in the corner.
Okay.
I have Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Alaska.
Okay.
Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And Mississippi.
All right, and your sauce.
Tartar sauce.
Tartar
My
sauce.
sauce. By the way, my sauce is sriracha.
Sriracha, okay. Well, good news to all the gamers here. None of you got the sauce. The sauce that I put was Thousand Island. I went with the dressing. But the states that I have are Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Maine. So the only one that I saw that had Maine was Jared. Jared loses a point on that one. Lysander, you got 6 points. IFI, you got 6 points. Gaito, you got 6 points. Jared, you have 5 points.
You know, I actually almost picked Oklahoma because I'm going there this week.
See, that's why I had Oklahoma, because I noticed that.
Oh, you are dirty. Dirty.
I gotta try to guess what you guys are gonna say, okay? It's so bent over, bro. All right. Round 2. We got 3 rounds of these. Round 2. I need specifically the Muppets from Sesame Street. Sesame Street Muppets. Sesame Street characters that are Muppets. And a condiment.
I'll have to fold on this one because I don't know anything about Sesame Street. I never watched.
Look them up. Like that's why I play this game. You can look them up. You can look them up and make a list. You can't cheat if I don't give you the answers.
You what?
You can't cheat if I don't give you the answers. You can totally look them up.
Okay.
Yep, Sesame
Yeah,
Street
you can go to a.
So I can look them up, or I cannot.
You can totally look them
Yeah,
up.
go ahead and go to a
Yeah,
list.
go ahead. Google
Go to
them.
a list and just pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Sesame Street
I'm
Muppets.
going out of my head because I know too much about Sesame
All right.
Street.
Lysander, give me your list.
Still writing.
Okay, all right. Finish your list.
I'm almost done though.
Yep. Gaito and Jared, if you were paying attention. Okay. Jared's got his. See, these have to get harder because I want to get you on some points. Jared getting creative with the condiment mango habanero.
Okay. I am locked in.
Okay. And
Okay, yeah,
I'm going
let
through
me-
Gaito's list right now. Okay. And what is your sauce? Barbecue sauce. That's a good sauce. That's a good sauce. All right. Lysander,
All right.
what you got?
Sorry, what?
Lysander, what you got?
Okay. I'm going with Oscar the Grouch.
Mm-hmm.
Abby.
Okay.
And I got really fancy with this one and gave the full name, Count Von Count.
Wow. All right.
The Count.
That's
Cookie
3.
Monster.
4.
Yep. Grover.
5.
And Snuffleupagus.
So I was hoping someone would say Snuffy. I was hoping someone would say Snuffleupagus.
Did I get caught?
You'll find out. And your sauce, sir?
My sauce is Polynesian.
Polynesian. You took the answer for someone else. You're paying attention to the chat.
I wrote my answers down.
All right, fair enough. All right, IFI. What you got?
All right. Is it my turn to read off my answers?
Yep, go for it.
You what?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So my 6 answers are Irving,
Ooh.
Two-Headed Monster, Cookie Monster, Grover. Shit, I abbreviated him as BB and then forgot his name. Oh, Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Rosita.
Rosita.
My 6.
Okay. So hold on. I only counted 5 on that one. Can you repeat the list?
Your last one cut out.
Oh, Rosita. That's my last.
Okay, can you repeat the list? Because I only counted 5. Because I could be wrong.
Okay, wait, I'll go over it again.
Yeah, go over it.
Because I have 6. Okay.
Okay.
So 1 is Irving.
Irving.
2 is Two-Headed Monster.
2. Two-Headed Monster. All right.
3 is Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. Okay.
4 is Grover.
Okay.
5 is Big Bird.
Big Bird and Rosita, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your sauce?
Garlic sauce.
Garlic sauce.
Who is Irving? I'm not familiar with that one.
Irving, he's the God, I forget what he does, but I know the monster. Let me look him up. Irving. Sesame Street. Yeah, that's the bald guy that Grover would always serve the wrong dishes to at the restaurant.
Oh, I did not know his
That guy's name is Irving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned.
Okay, so the list that I have, we do have several missed points here. All right, I have Oscar the Grouch.
Dang it.
Kermit. And Grover.
Oh,
crap.
So Lysander,
Okay.
you got 4 points for that round. IFI, you got 5 points for that round. Gaito got 4 points for that round. And Jared got 5 points for that round, but did one of you say the sauce? The condiment that I said was ketchup. You're all safe. You're all safe. I went with ketchup. All right. So let me tally up your points so far. Just keep a tally on that one. There we go. Okay. All right. So far, one of you is in the lead. All right. As we go into the final round, double points. It's still anybody's game. We have Pixar animated films. Pixar animated films. I need 6 of them and a sauce. And don't tell me there isn't 6. Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. And 4. There's 4 in Toy Story. So, don't tell me there's not 6.
So if I go with one of the series,
If you go with, okay, so let's we're not doing Toy Story 1, 2. If you say Toy Story 2, that counts for Toy Story. All right?
Okay, so just
one of them in the series.
You're naming a series.
In the series. In the series. So, like if there was there's Monsters Incorporated and then there's also Monsters University. So I would just count that as Monsters, for example.
Right.
Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, it'd be Finding. Yep.
Finding my dad after he got the milk.
Yeah. Inside Out 1 and 2, that's Inside Out. Okay, Gaito's got his list. Okay. There we go. All right, Jared, waiting for your list. The Sanders writing his. IFI's writing his.
Yep.
Okay, Jared's got his list. Let me go through here.
Okay, got my list.
And don't forget your sauce, Jared. Jalapeno cheese sauce, he says.
I am locked in.
And Gaito says soy sauce. Okay. Let's do Lysander then IFI.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right. So my list is Up.
Okay.
Inside Out.
All right.
Elio.
That's a good one.
Going with the new one.
It was a decent
Coco.
movie. I don't understand why people thought that movie was bad. It was a decent movie.
Coco.
Coco.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Oh, my favorite one.
And Wall-E.
And Wall-E. Okay.
And my sauce, since I listed Ratatouille, will be one of the mother sauces, bechamel.
Ooh, getting fancy with the French sauce. Man. All right. IFI, can you take it?
Yep. All right. So my list of 6. For 1, we got Cars. 2, Wall-E.
Wall-E.
3, Up.
Up.
4, Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
5, Lutzo Jr., which is a short film. And finally,
nice. Okay, I'll allow it.
yeah. And finally, for 6, we have The Good Dinosaur.
Good Dinosaur. Okay. All right. So, guys.
And for sauce, I have Relish.
Relish. It's a good one. Okay. Let's see. Well, guys, the independent adjudicators are in. But the list for round 3 is Monsters Inc.,
Oh,
Wall-E,
oh my god.
and Inside Out.
Oh, man.
And the sauce is Yum Yum sauce. I like me that super mayonnaise. But guys, we have a tie for first place according to the independent adjudicators, because I don't have a tiebreaker for this game. It is Lysander with the bronze medal at 18 points. IFI with the silver medal with the 19 points. And the two people in chat, Jared and Gaito, tied for first with 20 points. Bravo! Bravo! Well played. And that's how you play 6 things and some condiments. Well, guys, that's it. This show is over. The best stream on Twitch will be back next Saturday. Well, the best stream on Twitch. The best furry stream on Twitch will be back next Saturday with some more bants, some more news, some more Florida Man, and some more stuff that the furry fandom needs to get right. I want to thank my special guest, IFI, coming on in, sharing his list.
I loved it here.
I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad we love going through that. We love going through that. I'm definitely gonna highlight that, and I'm gonna share it out on X. And if you want to know where you can find me on X, that's right here. You've been staring at it all stream. At you tell him Steve #1 on X. If you want to hang out in the chat, we're gonna raid out to another good fella. But it's way past your bedtime. Thank you so much for coming on in. Thank you for all of the generous views. We got to see some Streamlabs stuff. Thank you for being first-time chatters. And don't.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know what my.
I was gonna say if you're gonna be in Oklahoma next week, come see me at TTFC.
Go see Lysander in Oklahoma. He's a good bean. He's a good fella. And considering I'm a hyena, for me to compliment a lion, that says something. They really got us after that Lion King movie, I'm telling you. It's fucking crazy. But anyway, guys, it's way past your bedtime. Whoa! We got a follow from Jared, Gamer Freak. I get to finally do the follow thing. Jared, thank you so much for following. We do games and stuff here as well, by the way, so you're good. Thank you for following. Welcome to the apocalypse. We are surviving it. There are some meal kits and blankets in the background. We will get you assigned to a squad leader so you can roam the apocalypse and bring glory to the encampment. Thank you so much for coming on in. All right at the end. What do you know? Lysander's theme is fucking playing in the background. God damn it. Oh, man. But it's way past your bedtime. Thank you so much for coming on in. Thank you for being part of the Silence Banter, being part of the conversation. We're here to start the revolution and make the furry fandom better again with the best podcast this side of Twitch for furries. So thank you so much for coming on in, doing all that, first-time chats and all that. And don't, what is my don't message going to be? I have to pull up the news stories to... Don't throw your cat and then headbutt a police car.
Dog, not cat.
Well, don't
throw your.
You're small.
Don't throw your cat either.
I was looking at fucking Lysander's goddamn profile picture when I said that. He's a cat.
Hey,
Oh.
Doggone it! Don't throw your dog. Or do. I don't care.
I mean, headbutting a police car is one thing because, like, that shit's insured by the government. Don't throw a dog.
That would hurt. All right, but that's the end of the cut for the YouTube thing. That's where I'm gonna cut it on the highlight when I upload it. Let's look for a raid target. Why not? Let's see. Look for a raid target. Who we got? Neon Sock Media. Oh, they're doing art. They came in recently. We gotta say hi to them. They came in yesterday for the Jackbox. I've been doing Jackbox games, by the way, on Friday nights with a bunch of friends. So if you like Jackbox, come on in Friday nights. Tomorrow, I have to work in the morning, but I plan on playing Half-Life tomorrow night. I'm going to say 5 o'clock-ish Eastern. That would be 2 o'clock. No, that would be 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, because that's what people voted for on X. They want me to play through Half-Life. So, yeah, we're going to do some gameage tomorrow. On Monday, if I'm up in the morning, I want to send the laptop off by completing that Pokemon pinball game that's still there. After I caught all 150 and completed the Pokedex, it's still there. Well, I gotta complete that game so we can send the laptop off. So let's raid Neon Sock Media. You'll have a good time over there with them. You will, I promise. Neon Sock Media. They are good peeps. They came in, they had some good stuff to say. I should invite them onto the Silenced Banter when we're not talking about such extreme things. They like a lot more fun things.
Oh, also, real quick, you know that, I think I heard of some furry YouTuber who was talking about, like, East Asian furry art. I think his name's with an L. Can you possibly, like, just send me a DM with the name? Like a PM or a DM?
Yeah, you can send me a DM. I will follow you after after we're done getting rated out. And then you will be able to DM me. That's how I have my DMs. Only people that I follow can actually DM me.
Okay.
So that's to cut down on idiots. Let's remind them to drink your water, the butter-flavored water that is on this emote. Copy paste it if you're following. It should be a follower emote. It should. Well, let's go say hi to Neon Sock Media, and don't headbutt a cop car for God's sake. Or do. I don't care.
I mean, headbutting a cop car is objectively better than throwing a dog. Because headbutting a cop car.
You know what? Instead of throwing a dog, headbutt a cop car. All right, there we go.
Exactly. Like.
All right, later, everybody.
Later.
And we're clear.